Well, welcome, Jake, to back to the futon. We're not on a futon. That'd be a bit difficult. I think you live quite a bit a ways from me. But yeah, a little bit. Real quick.
You're the only person I know that lives in that has mountain time. On mountain time.
Really?
Yes.
I'm in the only place without snow too. It seems like I feel like everywhere is just. I mean, even Texas is getting destroyed by blizzards and stuff.
Yeah, I'm up in New Hampshire. I was literally driving in a blizzard yesterday. So
There you go.
we talked on the phone while I was doing it. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like,
Yeah,
oh well, that's
yeah.
not good. I've driven in snow.
It was fine.
Like
I was going
twice.
2 miles down the road to my mom's, so it was
That's
fun.
not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad then. If it's just a couple miles.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be discussing the upcoming PlayStation State of Play. Now you are the PlayStation expert. I'm kind of all over the place randomness. So what are the rumors that you've heard so far about the State of Play?
Honestly, I've just heard like some people like kind of on the Twitter community because I'm like I mean anyone that follows me knows that I'm pretty big on Twitter as well.
You're freaking huge on Twitter.
Yeah. Like it's crazy now. My Twitter is bigger than my YouTube. So yeah, I've heard some people talking basically just nothing like concrete, nothing solid, but it's like starting to like get like rumblings that there could be a State of Play next month. So nothing's confirmed, but it would kind of make sense, especially because Sony doesn't have a lot of stuff releasing right now for the PS5.
Nothing's
It's just
out.
like it's bone dry. Everyone wants to get one, and like they're trying like so desperately, and that's all of the content basically I've been making recently is trying to help people get one. But then it's like once you have it, it's
What do
like
you do?
oh this is not even there's not like okay Demon Souls, and then what other actual PS5 exclusives are there?
Astrobot.
Oh yes.
That game's amazing.
Yeah, for the DualSense controller, it's amazing.
It's awesome. That game just brings a smile to my face. It's one of my favorite platformers, and it's a free game that they just threw on the PlayStation 5. And I'm like, this is weirdly fun. Like it doesn't deserve to be this good for just being a free PlayStation propaganda game, you know?
No, well, honestly, like for those who haven't played it, like what it does is the DualSense and the haptic feedback that it has. It does so many. Like I remember when you're just like booting it up, it puts an image on the screen and it's like showing someone like filling the controller with a bunch of like little pebbles basically,
Yeah.
or like little balls, and then you feel them inside the controller and
It's
you're moving the
crazy.
controller around and it feels like there's little like balls in there and you can like feel them moving. And then my favorite part of the game was when you're going through one of the levels and then it starts to rain.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite moments, and I was just like,
It
"Oh my god!"
feels like it's raining in your hands, like individual, like different, like
Yep.
drops, like different patterns. Like each one has its own sensation. It's not just like you know the rumble of the past, which it's just basically like the same. You can feel it all over the controller. It's
Yep.
just yeah, it's a game changer.
It's awesome, and it's funny because I mean I don't remember that ever being like a huge selling point for the system. Whereas I remember the Nintendo Switch was like, "Look at this HD rumble." The
Right.
Switch's rumble sucks. I don't know if you agree with me there, but the Joy-Cons, the rumble is just so weak, and you can't
Yeah.
really feel where it would be in the controller. It doesn't feel that great. Whereas like the PlayStation 5 controller, it's just like, holy crap. And it's
Oh
just got,
yeah,
like,
it's absolutely different experience.
it's amazing.
Speaking of the DualSense, this is just like I wasn't even gonna say this, but I have these right next to me. I got these.
That's
Custom-
sick.
Yeah,
That's
Isn't
so
that
sick.
sick?
I want one of those. Why didn't
And
they come out
then-
with black at launch? Good lord.
I don't know. Oh
Whoa,
wait,
look at that thing.
and then this one,
Oh, that's sick.
and then I've got one more, which is this one.
Damn. Those are so cool.
Aren't they?
Did you
They're-
order the parts to put them together, or was this
So
through...
it's this. I mean, this isn't sponsored or anything, obviously, but it's a company called Colorware.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them on someone else's YouTube. They like do like Joy-Cons or like mice or keyboards, like anything like tech related. They just like will take it apart, paint it, and then like put it back together.
That's cool.
So the DualSense, yeah, that's one of the things that they did. So I wanted to make a video on it. So I got a few of them. But they're like my favorite thing ever. Like I almost don't even want to use them.
I would use the black one though, because I don't know about you.
Yeah. The black one I feel like is going to be like my regular one that I like use every day when I play.
Were you getting any like dirt on the back of your PlayStation 5 controller? Because on my PlayStation 4 white controller it was fine. My Xbox 360 white controllers were fine, but for some reason I was getting like dirt on the back. Like I wash my hands all the time and it's still getting dirty. Did you get that, or am I just a gross person?
No. I'm a disgusting person because I get that on everything. That's
okay.
Part of why I want to use the black. Well, so here's the thing. If people have seen my channel before, they know typically I have a beard.
Yeah.
But what they might not know is that like my facial hair is actually like a lighter blonde than like the hair on my head. Mm-hmm. So I have to dye it every single morning.
Oh, okay.
So I always like sometimes will have like random like beard dye like on my hands or whatever if I like and it's disgusting. It's
that makes sense. Yeah, they definitely need a black controller then.
Yeah, I do. Like pretty much everything I have, like all my accessories, like my chair, I just have to have everything be black.
I'm hoping that Sony comes out with like their own black controller soon. I don't know why they didn't at launch, but they need to ASAP.
Yeah, they made like a billion different colored DualSense. I'm sure they will.
True. That's true.
And then the faceplates too.
Yes, that would be cool.
Now, okay, so wait, back to the state of play for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a really cool thing for them to announce.
Yes, for sure.
A new controller color or like the faceplates. And I think that they might want to do that because now there's these other companies that are making the plates.
Like D-Brand?
Like D-Brand, exactly.
D-Brand's just like, all right, come at us. Try to sue us. See what happens.
Yeah.
That's
and
hilarious.
Then the other one, it's called like CMP. But it's customize like my plates or something. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but they're like a big one with skins and stuff. And they created like a new company now to do, instead of doing skins, do plates. And obviously, like that's their flagship thing is.
Oh, cool.
They're doing one too, like a PlayStation 5 one. So I mean, Sony sees that, and that's an opportunity for them to make a lot of money, and they're losing money by just not offering that right now.
I hope they do. I hope they don't pull a Nintendo and just not listen.
Yeah,
but,
that's such a Nintendo thing to do.
It's like a Japanese company thing to do. I mean, PlayStation 4 for the longest time didn't have cross-platform play for a bunch of different games that were cross-platform between the Switch and the Xbox One and PC. So, I don't know.
Well, so with that though, I feel that was more of a like, we want to make people buy the PlayStation and not have their friends buy the PlayStation if they want to play with each other. But with this plates thing,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That would just be money for them. So that's why I feel like it's something that they could actually do.
That's true. But it's easy money though, so they might not do it.
Exactly. And then the other thing though, before they even do the plates or the different color controllers, like what the hell is going on with the expandable storage?
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Is anything even compatible with it right now? Because
no,
last I checked, no.
Yeah, no, there's not. So they haven't. There is a port inside the PS5 that you can attach an SSD to, and Sony hasn't even done like the update, the firmware update to enable it. So even if like you took like an SSD that like Sony wouldn't support or whatever and just try to hook it up yourself, like the port's not enabled. It's just like a functionless thing. Like remember the thing on the bottom of the GameCube that they never ended up activating? It's like that. It's just like doesn't do anything right now.
That's weird. That's
really
weird.
And it's crazy because the game sizes really, people said they were going to be smaller, but they're not. And you can have like literally a handful of games.
Yeah.
and then you have to play musical chairs.
Well, that's
And, like,
why I have all my PlayStation 4 games on a portable hard drive, because it makes the loading time like a little bit longer, but it's really not that noticeable on the Series X or the PlayStation 5.
oh, really? It's not?
No, not at all. No, they load like that. It's like maybe 10 or 15 more seconds, but that's about it.
Okay. Oh, that's not that bad then.
No.
Because yeah, the thing with having the expandable storage for the PS4 games is I just thought, I had never tested it, that it would just be so much slower because you're not playing it off the SSD, so it's like you're playing it off a PS4. But I mean, I guess it is a more powerful system, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm sure if you put it side by side, you'd notice it by like 10 or 15 seconds, but 10 or 15 seconds to load up the game and then you're in. You know, it's worth it to have that massive amount of storage for a lot less. Like I've got a 5 terabyte portable hard drive that is full of like every PlayStation 4 game from PlayStation Plus, or I don't think I bought any, but mostly PlayStation Plus or things they've given away for free. And you can also install your discs to it as well. So I've got all my PlayStation 4 discs installed to the portable hard drive. But I mean, it's $100 for 5 terabytes, whereas 5 terabytes on
I've got a 4 terabyte one.
Yeah, and then like on a solid state would be like $400, $500.
Yeah.
So it's a much better value to put your PlayStation 4 games on that, and then your PlayStation 5 games on your solid state drive. But I mean, I was gonna say there's enough games to fill up your solid state, but I guess not really. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's a good point too.
There's
I mean,
going to be.
Unless you do care about playing your PS4 games off of the SSD.
Yeah, then there's like no room at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if there is a state of play in March, I don't think that they're going to even address the expandable storage, just because Sony as a company right now, their like flagship TV that they made that's supposed to like go with the PS5. I think it's like the Bravia 900. It was like they had that controversy because it's supposed to have variable refresh rate like a monitor and have the HDMI 2.1. But just like the PS5, how it shipped without having its expandable storage enabled, that TV shipped without any of those features enabled. And Sony was like, it's okay, it'll be good for the PS5. We'll do it with the firmware update. And then they haven't yet. They ended up implementing one of the features, but I think variable refresh rate is still not added.
What in the
And
world?
it's like and that TV is like a year old now. And so like if they can't even be doing this, and I understand there's separate divisions within the company, like their TV, but still,
That's weird.
like, yeah, and like so if they haven't even done that, who knows when they're gonna get to the expandable storage? You know what I mean?
Man, that's a scary future for tech I hadn't even thought of. I mean, we've got all these early access video games and games launching incomplete. Are we start going to get like tech products that are incomplete at launch? I mean, when you buy a phone, it's not like, oh yeah, wait a couple months and we'll enable those cameras to work. It's like, no, you get your phone and everything works on it immediately day one. That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it is. I agree.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, so at the very least, I mean, it's probably not likely that they would announce controllers either. They might do the plates just because they're just like, that's money they're just losing right now by letting other companies do it. Especially if they, take some of the, like, just make like a Ratchet and Clank themed one or something. You know what I mean? Just like something.
Man, that'd be a slap in the face to everybody to make like a limited edition console already.
Well,
They should make. Oh, you mean just plates? Like
yes.
Ratchet? Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that can be the way they do it this generation. Instead of making all of these consoles, they make the plates, and then more people will buy them.
That would be awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be great because honestly, I mean, they're losing money on every PlayStation 5 they sell. So trying to sell limited edition PlayStation 5s wouldn't make any sense for people that already own a PlayStation 5. So it would be cool if they did that with the plates.
Sony wouldn't make money off of it either. But this is a way where people could basically, the people who got the launch console can still get the special editions.
Yep.
And not have to pay for a whole nother console, and Sony can actually make money off of it as well, because I'm sure selling just the plates, they would actually make money.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I'd probably buy some plates for my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, that's a win-win, Sony. Let's go.
Let's do it. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
You've already got the fabrication processes to make the plates. I mean, you're doing it for the consoles. Just change the color, put cool stuff on them. It can't be that difficult.
Right. Yeah, some God of War stuff, some Horizon stuff.
That would be cool.
It would be.
What's the chances of them actually doing that, though?
I feel like they will eventually.
Okay.
I mean, so here's the thing. Like, for 100%, if they didn't do the plates, at some point they would do a limited edition console, right? Or, you know, multiple limited edition consoles. So I feel like it's possible that we get one. But, like, the thing is, if they do a limited edition console, and I could see them selling one for retail, I feel like if they've already have it made up, I feel like they could launch the plates on their own alongside of it.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean? That way
Yeah.
people that already have the console, like, they're going to be manufacturing them anyways. And they would make money on it. Might as well just, if they're going to be making the limited edition consoles, have that separate.
That's true. Though you could say that about, like, I guess they have been doing that recently. I was going to say Nintendo, whenever they release a limited edition Switch, it has limited edition Joy-Cons. And I think half the time they release the Joy-Cons by themselves as well, since they're making them anyway. And then the other half, they don't release the Joy-Cons. Like the Monster Hunter one, I don't think there's going to be Monster Hunter Joy-Cons.
Yeah, no, you're right. Nintendo, yeah. And then, like, the Mario Red one, those are a different shade of red. They're not releasing those. And the Animal Crossing.
I think, did they not do those separate? I don't remember at this point.
You know what? I can't either, now that I say.
I don't know.
I think they've just done a lot of restocks on the Animal Crossing console.
They have, surprisingly. Usually they do one wave and they're done. So it's been shocking.
Well, they kind of did that, and they were like going on eBay for like, I think they like hit like $1,000, and then like a year later, they're like, okay, people really like this, yeah, and they just started. They've been restocking them like crazy now.
That's crazy. I don't think they've ever done that with a limited edition console before. Because I remember the Majora's Mask 3DS XL when that came out was huge, and it sold out everywhere, and that was it. I don't think they ever restocked with that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's Nintendo. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
And they will intentionally like make their products scarce.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like they made 5 of those Skyward Sword Joy-Con. I almost said Wiimotes. Joy-Cons, because they're sold out of Best Buy in like minutes, and GameStop in minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah, I got them.
You got them?
Of course I did. That's what I do, man.
That's true.
That's
if
what
you
I
didn't,
do.
You'd be like, oh, I failed my job.
Yeah, that's all my credibility gone. But yeah, I copped them.
I missed it by like 3 minutes. I was so upset. I was like, are you kidding
really?
me?
You know what? I've seen them come back in stock every day, or it's only been like a day, but like even like earlier today, I saw them go in stock, but today it was like 30 seconds. They went very quickly. I don't know if the reason is like people cancel their orders, like they just had FOMO and just like saw that they were there and bought them. They're like, oh, I can't justify this, and then they cancel, and that's why they're like these little restocks that come in. But honestly, every time you have a few minutes, just like go check GameStop and Best Buy on those. Just like go check them. That's how I got my Pulse 3D headset. Is I would just go on Best Buy just a few times a day. One time I went there and they were in stock for a few seconds, and I grabbed them.
Have you used that headset yet?
Yes.
Is it really good? Like, is it better than the like HyperX?
Yes, because that was the one I used before. Wait, so hold on. I want to explain one thing about that headset real quick. Let me just grab it. I'm gonna use a visual aid.
Okay. I'm gonna have a sip of this non-sponsored energy drink that I'm not gonna say the name of because I'm not sponsored. Really good though. We had 1,000 subscribers on here. It's pretty dope. He's back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. We
So-
made. Have you? I don't think you've ever watched. Have you watched this podcast before? I know
I've
you've
watched Back to
commented
the
on one of
Futon.
them.
Yeah.
So it's fine. You don't
Normally
have
it's
to
like
apologize.
normally it's in person, right? Like
What's up?
Normally it's like it's back to the futon. It's you and your friend, and you're sitting on the futon.
Yeah, it's usually in person.
It's that one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize. I mean, we had like 30 minutes where we were just trying to get a cotton candy machine to work. So, you getting up and go getting a headset.
No, and yeah. So just to confirm, like it started on just your channel, and then you made the channel for it, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, but so the Pulse 3D. So this is the HyperX. This is what you're talking about, right?
Which HyperX is that?
See, I feel like this is a cheap one. I feel like this is an old
okay.
one. But it's still gonna work for what I want to like say. Like, you see how the ear cups are oval shaped?
Yes.
So that's what you want because your ears are oval shaped. Yeah, exactly. So the thing about the Pulse 3D is like they look really nice and they like match the PlayStation 5 really nice. And I feel like that's the biggest selling point of them is their looks, not how they feel. I do like this adjustable like band that fits like on your head, but
keep going. I grabbed a pair of Sony headphones so we can maybe see if there's a similarity.
See, they're perfect circles.
Yes.
And the only point of that, there's no function from that. It's to look nice.
Yeah.
It is to be aesthetically pleasing. But it'll like that's like the kind of thing. Oh, for those ones it is.
Oh, those aren't?
No.
Oh my god, why?
Yeah. Exactly, because they just wanted.
These are perfect. I don't know if you've ever had these, but they're amazing.
Wouldn't look. Honestly, it's true. They wouldn't look as cool if they weren't. But that's literally. It's like the looks is the only reason.
But I mean, they could have. They could have done that.
Yeah. If they did it with those, I don't understand now. But yeah, no, they really did. I mean, they're okay. They're like kind of oval, but like when you're wearing them versus when you're wearing like the Steel series, you can tell the difference. So if you're using them for a long time, and the other thing that I don't love about them is it's like faux leather, and
that's what this is too.
I prefer like cloth because like that again, you want for your gaming headset something you can wear for a long time. So like the quality is actually really great, especially for the price point. Like it has the 3D, like audio. But if you're just like for gaming and like wearing them for a long time, I haven't purchased them yet, but I'm going to get the SteelSeries Arctis 7P, which also has the 3D. But it has cloth instead of the leather, so it won't like get like moist, or you know what I mean? Like if you're doing it for a long time,
you get sweaty.
And the top band is also cloth. So that just like has like all the features that I would want. Yeah. And then the rest of it, like the microphone, I haven't had any issues with, but to be honest, since I got these, most of the time when I play, I just use the DualSense. I don't even put these on.
Yeah, that's an issue I have. I do not like. I mean, these have the same thing. I don't know what's wrong with Sony, but they keep putting the stupid microphone in the headset and not putting a boom. Just put a boom.
Right.
I think it's SteelSeries who has like the boom that can like extend out, so it can be like a little nub, and then you extend it out. That's the perfect
retractable.
That's the perfect one in my opinion. Or
I agree.
What this one has, which I think is fine too, if I can get off all these cords, the HyperX Cloud Alpha.
Okay, yeah, those are nice. Yeah.
You just take it out. So like if you
Oh yeah, this one does that too, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what they should do.
Yeah.
Instead, I mean, you always want that boom for. I mean, this is so good. Like you like, oh, what? It's just a little fuzzy thing. It's like no. That blocks so much like air and wind and all the different sounds on the outside, and yet they don't have that for some reason.
It's funny though. Like it's just convenient with the DualSense. If you're playing with friends and they don't really care, to just use the microphone on the DualSense.
That works. And
the speakers.
I haven't heard the DualSense too much. But hey, I mean, if it works and no one's complaining, I mean, I hate Turtle Beach at this point because they always have like a horrible high pitched noise that I've been hearing from people.
Oh really? Yeah, I've never really used them myself. That reminds me though, I mean, not Sony related, but did you see that Microsoft just released their like exclusive headphones for the Series X and S?
What are they exactly? Because I've not looked at the details.
I haven't looked at the details either. I bought them.
Yeah.
I had to. As soon as they went up for pre-order, I got them from Microsoft directly. But
So it's also $100.
Yeah, they're $100.
It has a boom, but it doesn't have the squishy bit on it. I don't know what to call that. Is that the pop filter? What would that be called?
Yeah, I guess, or yeah, windscreen pop filter.
Yeah, there's none of that. I don't understand why. Like, I get, oh, it looks slick without it. I don't care. I want it to sound good. The ear cups are also circles.
Great, love that.
Why? My ears are not circles. Do they not have ears at these companies? I don't quite understand. But I mean, it looks cool. But again, why does it matter what it looks like? It's a headset.
I agree. I like the design of them for sure.
Oh, it does.
I like. They're gonna sell so many just because they're like the official ones.
It has Dolby Atmos.
That's the only reason I bought them. Oh, it does?
That's pretty cool. That's supposed to be really good sound. I might have to pick some of these up. Plus, they're wireless. That's kind of cool. Though, I mean,
yeah. You can use them on PC too.
Yeah, that's cool.
They're Bluetooth. You can use them basically like with anything. That's
okay. I might have to get
really
these
cool.
Then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since it's just Bluetooth, because sometimes I need to take like a headset somewhere, and then I got to bring all these like dongle shit. But if it's just
there's no dongle. It is Bluetooth. I know that 100%. That was a selling point for me.
It's USB-C charging too. That's awesome.
Yep.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bluetooth, 15 hours of battery life. That's not amazing, but that's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the most excited thing about that is the Dolby Atmos for sure. Because I don't think my HyperX has that. I don't know. I'd have to look. They're so old at this point. But yeah, that's cool. Right. What's 3D audio? What's the difference between 3D audio and Dolby Atmos?
Well, 3D audio, I think it's like Sony's like specific, like kind of like. I don't want to call it a gimmick, but I don't know how else to say it. Like that for the PlayStation 5, and that's like the thing where like, when you're playing a game and like someone's walking like above you, you can hear it above, like you can tell where it's coming from. Like,
isn't that like
3D?
That's like surround sound though. Like surround sound's always been kind of like.
But it's like in your headphones.
Yeah, I mean, like you're like listening for footsteps, like in Call of Duty, and you can like hear they're like right over there or they're up here.
Yeah, but it's like. I guess it's like more of a realistic effect. It's not like you're hearing it in a certain part of the headphones. It feels like you're hearing it literally behind you. Like
okay, that's cool.
Am I explaining that?
Yeah. I gotcha.
Okay.
That sounds like Dolby Atmos. It's just they came up with their own technology and named it their own thing.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd have to look. There's so many different like audio things now. I don't even know. I'm not an audiophile. I just attempt to keep up as much as possible with all the different things going on in video games and technology, but there's always some new little thing. I mean, speaking of new stuff though, we were talking about how there's like no games for the PlayStation 5. I mean, what the hell is coming out soon? Because what are they going to like talk about during the state of play? Because I mean, the closest game I can think of is, let's see, Outriders is April. I don't even know what Outriders is. I've already forgotten what that is.
Yeah, Returnal is April 30th.
Returnal. Didn't they push that out? Or am I
to April 30th.
Game? Oh, okay,
they pushed it to April 30th.
Okay.
It was supposed to be out in March, at the beginning of March.
Okay.
And then, well, and the other thing is Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is kind of like a it's not like a AAA game, but it looks amazing. It looks literally like really a DreamWorks like movie or like a Pixar film.
It reminds me of the Pathless a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like a cartoonish Horizon Zero Dawn visually.
Okay.
But the studio that makes that actually made, you'll love this. They're called Ember Labs. Do you know who they are? Okay, so they made the film for Majora's Mask. Are you familiar with that project? It was like a whole film based on Majora's Mask. It was like
No.
an official. It was like an official thing. They did that,
Oh, I didn't
and
even
so
know there
like
was.
this is gonna like it's gonna probably have like Zelda vibes, like the game, but also it looks like cartoonish Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, cool.
And then there's also like these weird things that follow you. They look like Pikmin, and they're called Rot. So it's
Oh, I
got a lot
remember
of different
that,
things
yeah.
going for it. Yeah. So that was supposed to be Q1. And remember back in January, Sony had like this teaser that showed release dates for a few things. Returnal was one of them, and it said March, and then they ended up pushing it back. But they showed a few other release dates too, and on that it said that Kenna Bridge of Spirits would be out in March. So, I mean, that's like right around the corner. The only thing is there hasn't been a release date or any other gameplay trailers. Nothing. Like, it's just been completely dry.
So it might get delayed.
It might get delayed, and that's what I feel like that's what everyone's expecting. But honestly, with how little Sony has, I feel like a state of play would really help get the hype up.
Yeah.
And like a dark horse theory that I have right now is that maybe they will have a state of play, and then for that I think there's going to be physical copies, so I don't think they would shadow drop it, but like kind of similar to how Nintendo announced Paper Mario and then it was out like a month later, or like, so I feel like they could announce it in a state of play and just have it be out in like a week or 2 weeks, like
That'd
have
be
it go up
cool.
have it go up for pre-order right away.
That'd be cool.
So I'm the people that I talk to from Target that help me like know when the PS5 is going to be in stock. I'm low key like saying, if you see this game come in,
Let me know.
like, yeah, exactly. So I think that would be a really cool thing. And then but Sony, like, they need to do something, even
Yeah.
if they have a state of play and they just maybe they can announce some brand new games that no one knew about. But I feel that part of the reason Returnal got pushed, and maybe part of the reason that they're not going to let Kenna Bridge of Spirits come out in March, is because they don't want to have these games come out when people don't have the console yet. Like, they're intentionally keeping them back because they want the sales for the software to be as high as possible. And if, like, someone doesn't get their console till 4 months from now, the games that came out 4 months ago, they're not going to buy, they're going to buy whatever the new thing is. So they don't want to have the games come out now. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I'm trying to get at.
I feel like that would be a bad move on their part because millions of people already have the PlayStation 5, and you don't want that excitement to go away because there's nothing on the system. I mean, people are going to start wondering, why do I have this console when there's no games for it? And if they keep delaying stuff, people are going to get impatient. And,
I 100% agree.
But then again, they also don't really have any competition with Xbox because what the hell does the Series X have? I don't know.
The medium?
I genuinely don't know. What's up?
The medium?
The medium. Is that only on the Series X or is that also on Xbox One?
It is only a Series S and X. It is not
really?
on Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like the first game.
Yeah,
That's
it could
the
definitely
only
be
game.
on that game could easily be on the Xbox One.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
it's not. They made it a Series and PC.
That's interesting. Okay. So they do have something, sort of.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, they've got one game. I mean, I like my Series X, don't get me wrong. I was just playing
honestly,
it before this, but
that game was on Game Pass, so I probably wouldn't have cared anyways. But like, I'm annoyed that there's like one exclusive on the Xbox, and there's no way to get a physical copy of it. It's digital only. And again, when it's on Game Pass, it's like whatever, but still.
I think this is a theory that I have that Microsoft is going to slowly, the studios they buy and the games that go on Game Pass, they're just not going to release them physically anymore because they want everybody to be on Game Pass. It's sad because I'm also a physical collector. I will be buying Hades for the Switch.
Me too, and I already have it digitally, but yeah, I'll buy it.
I have it on the PC because I knew at some point they were going to release it physically for the Switch, and I was like, They got cross-platform saves. I can play on my Switch and then transfer my save to the PC and vice versa.
That game is amazing.
It's awesome. The music's amazing. The people that made it are amazing.
Yes.
The game itself is amazing. Did you watch the No Clip documentary on it?
I think I did actually. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
No. I was kind of paying attention to the game, and then I watched that No Clip documentary, and I was like, holy crap, I love this company. And I just immediately bought all their games when they went on sale.
Yeah, Bastion, Transistor. Yeah, no, it's been really cool to watch them, like, each game get better and better. Because I actually bought Bastion on the Vita.
Yeah,
And then I got Transistor for Switch, and then Hades is just, like, a whole other level. So for me, I watched the documentary after I played it because I got so obsessed with playing it.
Oh, okay.
But I decided to finally play it after it got nominated for Game of the Year. And that kind of like made a splash because it was an indie game that got a nomination. So I was like, all right, it was like $5 off on the eShop. So it was like,
it's $20.
That like pushed me. Yeah, it was like $20. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I remember I was like, all right, I honestly like don't have time to like play games as much as I want to right now.
Me neither.
Me
neither.
Craziness. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll maybe play this for like 10 minutes to see what it's about. And I literally played that game for 10 hours straight. I just played all day and just like took like some eating breaks. I was addicted. And you know that feeling when you're playing a game and like you get that like level of addiction where you're just having so much fun. It just clicks
with you. Yeah.
Which is so rare. Like I feel like when you're like a kid that happens all the time. But it was that feeling. And so I was just like obsessed with it. I beat the game. I feel like it took me more attempts than most to beat it the first time. I think it took me like 50 runs.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I started beating it like multiple times in a row, and I beat it with every weapon except for the bow and arrow because I hate the bow and arrow. I'm not good at it. But everything else, and then like I was just like so into the game, I started looking up the guides and like the different synergies for the the way you can pick stuff up, and then that's how I found the documentary that you were talking about. I think it probably got recommended because I was looking at so much Hades content.
They I don't know if you've watched the newest episode. I think it's the last episode of the documentary where they're basically watching the rewards roll in, and you just see the developers' reaction, and it's really awesome.
Oh, really? I love that. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Sorry, he just like freaked out. I don't know why. He got a vaccine today. I told you we're at the vet.
Yeah.
He got a shot in his right leg. And I think when I picked him up, maybe he was like crying to come up here.
Sounds like a little mouse.
Noise. Yeah, he doesn't normally ever make that sound. That's why I freaked out too. Yeah, I think it's his leg where he got his shot. Anyways,
sore.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Philip. Yeah, I named him after my grandpa.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Cute little dog. What kind of dog is he?
Thank you. He is a long-haired Chihuahua, actually.
Really?
Oh, see? It must be where I pick him up. I'm just not gonna touch him.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he looks kind of like a Chihuahua, but not because he's got the longer hair.
Yeah, he's like fluffy.
Yep.
I think it's a lot cuter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But honestly,
what were we talking about again?
We were talking about Hades, but we were also talking about potential game, like what games are going to be coming out for the PS5.
Yep.
What games could be dropped at a state of play, and we had talked about Kenna Bridge of Spirits, and the next one is going to be Returnal, April 30th, and again I think, that one is going to be $70 game. I think.
What's up?
I was just trying to remember if that was a full price game or not, Returnal. I think it is, but I think it's a short game as well.
Okay, real quick, how do you feel and what do you think of the $70 price tag?
I don't know. Like, I mean, no one likes it. I mean,
well, there's some people that will like go out of their way to like defend people and attack people if they go. whoa, why are they going up $10 when they've already gone up because you have to buy season passes and microtransactions to complete your game?
Yeah, that's a really good point. But I will say, like, so Sony's making all of their 70, but not all of the third parties are.
No,
So like
thank God.
some of the companies like Ubisoft actually has a lot of games on the PlayStation 5 already. You know, they do the like the season pass, they do the additional content or whatever, but yeah, at least they charge 60 and they're still doing the thing. Demon Souls is still 70 months later, but like their games now, like you can get Phoenix, Immortals Rising that you just showed for $30.
Yep, constantly.
And Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. They're like you can get those for all of them for $30.
I would
They go on
argue
sale for that
every
price all the
Ubisoft
time.
game though is a secret $20 game. Like it launches at 60 for the early access people, and then
Right.
everybody else wants to buy the full game. They wait until it's $20.
Yeah, but low key, Phoenix is that's
It's
my
good.
favorite PS5 game right now,
It's really good.
which I didn't expect. So if people like are looking for stuff to play on the PS5, I can see how looking at that game people might like sleep on it or pass it up, but
sure.
it's really fun.
There's a lot of cringe
It's-
humor, but I like it.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
bad jokes.
yeah, I agree.
So,
But
I'm
it's
fine
like
with
it is like a Breath of the Wild clone with like Assassin's Creed stuff mixed into it, but
For
in
sure.
in the best way. Like it doesn't feel like you're playing something like, oh, this is like trying to copy Breath of the Wild. It feels like a Breath of the Wild. Like you're exploring, you're going through. They're not shrines in Phoenix, but they're basically like
They're
it's like-
basically shrines, yeah.
It's like basically the same thing.
Yep.
It's like they copied Nintendo's homework.
That's
But it's
fine.
good. And on the PS5, the load times are so fast. I haven't played it on Switch,
I haven't either.
but I think that because there's definitely like there is a lot of load screens, but you don't notice it all in the PS5 because it's so fast
just-
and instant. So I feel like that would be the way to play it.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too. Especially because the visuals, they've got the cartoony vibe, but they're just so sharp. And that
Yeah, and the
60 frames per
colors.
second. Yeah, the colors
Yeah.
too. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's really nice.
Yeah, you're not going to get that
And-
60 frames per second either on the Switch.
Also, it might be better than Breath of the Wild for a lot of people because there's
heard
no
that.
breakable weapons.
Yes. Though, are there a lot? I'm not very far in the game. How many weapons are there? Are there a lot that you get? Because I know, at least in Breath of the Wild, there's like a wide variety of different weapons.
So I like played that like in December. Now I'm like trying to think. There's not as many as Zelda. I mean, but you don't need that many.
Yeah, you don't need that many.
But yeah, like you get them like incrementally, but it'll be like a permanent thing that you kind of like add to your arsenal, I guess.
Okay.
You'll pick up. They're like weapons of gods, basically. Like the first thing you get is this.
yeah, you get the sword, then you get the
Right.
like an axe, and then you get
Yeah.
okay.
And then you can get like different like skins for them almost. And like you can get different armors and stuff too. And skins for your weapons when you like complete different things.
Yeah, I got an armor skin and like the wings skin off of Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you get them just by like completing the story and stuff too.
Okay, cool. I thought it was just gonna be like a monetization thing.
No, I haven't even gotten into any of the monetization stuff. I think it's just cosmetic stuff for that game, which
Yeah.
if that's how they're going to do it, great.
It's like it's fine if you're gonna charge $30 for your game. Basically, I'm fine with that. If you want to throw that in there, I'm not gonna buy it
Honestly,
anyway.
Yeah, well, whatever price they charge, if the monetary stuff is just cosmetic, like as long as it's not like, you know what I mean, like you have to like pay to unlock like getting actual like experience, you know what I mean, or like the experience boost, the XP boost. As long as it's cosmetic, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to give them an inch because they take a mile. And you
Okay,
play
that's
Ghost
fair.
of Tsushima, right?
I haven't played it. I know.
The PlayStation guy has not played the best game on the PlayStation.
So I was waiting to play it on PS5, and then
I did too.
just
I
told
bought
you.
it day one and then waited to play it. Like I played a bit of it in the beginning, But then I was like, you know what? They're going to upgrade this game. I want to see it its full potential.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing. It's 60 frames per second. The game is gorgeous. The multiplayer is fun. Get the game.
Oh, I know I have it.
Oh, you have? You haven't played it?
Yeah.
Do that.
I know that I'm gonna love it. I know it's gonna be a treat to play. Like I'm really excited for it, but I haven't yet.
Oh my god, you need to. But the reason I bring that up
Guilty to
is
say.
because there are 0 microtransactions in that game. So you can actually feel like a completionist by getting all the different weapon skins and all the different armor skins and all that kind of stuff. Whereas like other games where they have only cosmetic microtransactions, you can never feel like you've 100% of the game because you can't collect all of the armor and weapon skins because they're under a paywall.
That's true.
It's just
That's
like
a good point.
it's a different feeling. Like when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, it felt like a blast from the past because it's like, whoa, I can only get weapon skins and armor skins from like playing the game and completing milestones, and I was like, this is wild.
Yeah. I love that they did that. I'm glad that that game's getting the recognition it is, especially if how the developers are handling it.
Yes. Huge props to Sucker Punch. I can't wait to see what they make next. They don't make a game very often though, so it's gonna be a long time before we see the next game.
Yeah.
Because I think they made Infamous Second Son, right? So they made one of the first PlayStation 4 games and one of the last. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to.
There was
wait.
nothing in between.
I can't think of anything.
I can't either.
Let's see.
You look it up real quick.
Yeah, Sucker Punch games. Sucker Punch Studio Productions. What's the best? Oh, there it is. Games. Because I know they made Infamous. Oh, they made Sly Cooper. They need to bring that back.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, they made Infamous Second Son, and I don't see any other game during the PlayStation 4 lifespans. The very beginning they made a game, and the very end. So I guess we're not going to see another game until the PlayStation 5 is almost done.
That's crazy. It's insane because look at Insomniac that made Spider-Man, then made Spider-Man Miles Morales, and now is gonna make Ratchet and Clank, right?
I think
That's
what
Insomniac?
I think so. I think you're right.
That's all.
Yeah, they
Insomniac,
also make
right?
Ratchet and Clank.
So yeah, that comes out in June. They're gonna have 2 PS5 games within months of each other.
They also made Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
For
about that
the
game.
for the Xbox. Yeah, that was a launch title for the Xbox One, wasn't
It
it?
was a pretty good game. I didn't beat it, but it was pretty fun. Oh my god, they have so many games coming out. The Unspoken, is that out already? They might have
never
multiple
heard
teams. That might be why. Maybe Sucker Punch is a smaller studio.
But yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Oh, it's an Oculus only game. Interesting.
What's it called? Ratchet and Clank would be like the next like big PS5 game that's
Yep.
coming out. Obviously, that's June.
Yep.
So technically, at least we're gonna get one good game besides Demons, or not good, but like big game besides Demon Souls in the first
June.
half. Technically, it's the first half of 2021 still.
Man. Is this normal? I'm trying to remember the last console launch and what came out for it. Because I didn't buy the
It is.
Xbox One right away. And I don't think I bought the PlayStation 4 right away. Because
So
like,
I
these are
actually
pointless.
just watched a video on this that went over how many exclusives were in the were in the PS4 and Xbox Ones up to this point in the life cycle, and I think there might have been like 2 more for
Okay.
each. So it was like pretty hand in hand. But also I feel like I can't remember what the titles were, but I feel like arguably these might have been better.
What, the
Just
ones that we
with,
got?
like- Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
Knack
it's
was
like
garbage.
honestly very comparable, and obviously the PS4 ended up having an amazing library and cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not, and we know that Horizon is coming. We know that God of War is coming,
Supposedly
but-
2021 for Horizon.
and God of War 2.
Is God of War 2021?
That's what they said when they did the trailer. They pulled a Metroid Prime 4. They just showed a logo
I remember that.
and, s-
That's
and
what
said
makes me.
2021.
That's what makes me think of that it's not going to come out right away. They're going to pull in Nintendo and just delay it.
I'm sure they will. Like, if you just show a logo, but it said 2021 on on the logo.
And I guess it's been 2 years since the last game. Almost 3 years. 2018 God of War came out. Did you ever beat God of War?
No.
I didn't either.
That's another one.
I didn't get very far at all. But I'm glad I waited.
Horizon
it's
Zero
60
Dawn
frames
was
per
my
second now.
favorite PS4 game, though.
I haven't beaten that game either.
That game is amazing. It was almost like Zelda Breath of the Wild, but like with an actually good story that's like, it's like the story of like the Matrix. Like there's like all this crazy like stuff happening. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's like playing like a movie, but like unlocking so many mysteries, and like you start to find all this stuff about the world.
It looks
That's
really
crazy.
cool. It looks really cool. I need to play it. The reason I didn't play it a whole lot was because it released February 28th of 2017, and then guess what released like a week later?
What?
Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember playing a little bit of it, and then Breath of the Wild came out, and I just completely was just like, Switch. That's it. That's all I'm gonna play because the Switch just came out.
I didn't even get a Switch until like late 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I guess there really wasn't anything for the Switch besides Breath of the Wild for a long time. I remember there's a big drought.
Super Mario Odyssey came out the same year, 2017.
Did it?
Pretty sure.
October. Okay. So from March to October, there was like nothing.
Yeah.
I just remember... I remember buying like a bunch of random shit, like Binding of Isaac.
Oh, that's a really fun game. When did Smash Brothers? I'm pretty sure I got the Switch right when Smash Brothers.
Wow,
came out.
Splatoon 2 came out in 2017 as well.
Oh,
So it
okay.
actually did have a pretty decent first year. Ultimate came out December 2018.
Okay, yep. I got my Switch right when Ultimate came out.
Do you still play Ultimate?
Not really.
I played like the first 2 weeks, and I was like really excited for it to come out, and then I kind of lost interest like immediately.
I suck is the thing.
I do too.
Like
I do too.
Like really bad.
Yep.
And yeah. And then like so I used to stream it. I used to like play online, and that just like made me realize that like I'm never gonna be good in this game unless I dedicate my life to it.
Yeah.
And I can't afford to do that.
Nope.
But it is fun to do like the little World of Light mode sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very bare bones, but like if you like do like a difficulty setting that's like easy, it's fun to just like do all the different characters, and you know what I mean? Because it's like honestly like a history like museum of video games.
For sure.
Within that game. So that's
Yeah,
kind of like a little fun thing.
There's a ton of content in that game. I don't know. I don't have the patience for fighting games. I think that's my issue. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Every character has its own moveset, and there's like you have to be like, if you want to be good, you have to like be frame specific. And as soon as I hear frame specific, my brain goes, nope, no thank you. I don't want anything to do with what I just heard. That sounds like a nightmare.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, especially after watching one of my buddies who is like one of the top 10 players in a game called Rivals of Aether. I mean, he spends like thousands of hours on these games, and he's just a god. So it's like, he would be the person I'd play with, but I don't want to play with him because he's just going to mop the floor with me. It's not even going to be fun.
Right.
Yeah, I'll basically just be...
Speaking of Splatoon 2, what are your thoughts on Splatoon 3 and some of the announcements we got in the Nintendo Direct?
I am excited for Splatoon 3, but it's a year from now, so I'm just going to forget about it until it comes out, or until they announce something for it.
It might be holiday, so it could be essentially 2 years. You know what I mean? It could be holiday
God.
2022. Who knows?
I didn't think about
And it could get delayed. Nintendo never delays stuff. They would never do that with Metroid Prime 4 or Bayonetta 3.
They love delaying things and just releasing titles, and that's it. It looks like it's a mid-year game, though, because the first game came out, let's see, May 2015, and then the second one came out in July 2017. So I guess there is a chance that it could come out in the middle of the year, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know they need to fix their... For me to be really excited about the game, they need to fix their online. Because if I am in a party with a friend... First of all, you can't even do that. You can't even just have a party with a friend. You have to join a game, and then they have to join you in the middle of the next game and hope they get in to like an empty lobby slot. And then you're not guaranteed to be in the same team every single game. It'll just randomly throw your friends on the other team. That's so stupid. Games, way back to Halo 2, let me have a party with my friends and keep playing with my friends, because that's why I'm playing the game. I don't know. It was always the most obnoxious thing in the first game, and then when they released Splatoon 2 and they did the same thing, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know you've never made a shooter before, but please make a correct game. Otherwise I love the game.
Yeah, I feel like they made it like with like, and they had like the people that were playing it in mind of just people that were gonna go in playing by them, like not trying to play with friends and just to jump in games.
Do they just assume
like,
people don't have friends?
Who they targeted. No, like who aren't gonna be like jumping on the game with their friends to play, like are just gonna be jumping in online matches the way people just jump in, you know, like online for like Smash Brothers, just trying to like get a match.
Yeah, but that's a fighting game. This is like a cooperative team-based shooter game.
No, yeah, I agree. I don't think that was the way to do it, but it seems to me like that's what Nintendo had in mind. Like that's kind of like what they. But I think that they should realize that that was a mistake and fix that in Splatoon 3 for sure. I think you're right. 100%.
Yeah. Because it had been what? It's like 6 years ago that the first one came out. What did I say? 2015? Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
So learn, please, for the love of God, Nintendo. I know you don't like doing that, but please. Skyward Sword HD. What do you think?
I'm excited for it. I'll buy it. Everyone will be mad at $60. I'll still pay it. But it looks so like when they did 3D All Stars. Yeah. Mario Galaxy's a Wii game. Obviously, it's more like cartoon graphics, but like that game still looks amazing, and like having it in HD looks amazing.
I wish they had done a little bit of work with those, though. It felt a little lazy. They just slapped a bunch of ROMs in an emulator on a cartridge and called it a day. It would have been cool if they like tweaked it a bit. I mean, even emulators have the option to upscale stuff. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, they could have done so much more. It was very, very lazy. Like it wouldn't have taken a lot of work, and they have the resources. I mean, it could have been so much better. But when I was watching the reveal for Skyward Sword, my point was like Mario Galaxy looked really, really good on the Switch.
This doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks really muddy.
Like, yeah, it looks like Mario Galaxy is a Wii game, but it still looked really nice. But like Skyward Sword like kind of reminds me what Wii games really look like.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch. Even that looks a little better, but like, you know what I mean? But like Zelda Skyward Sword looks even worse.
Yeah, it looks... Oh my god, these character models look terrible.
Oh, you're looking at it right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, even back then, I don't think they look very good. I don't understand what they were thinking. It's like they picked cartoony and realistic, and then just went mush it together, and it looks terrible.
Yeah. See, like, if they would have, like, went more cartoony, like Mario Galaxy, you know what I mean? That game would have looked amazing. Or even Wind Waker. Yeah, but part of I feel like, at the time period, Wind Waker got all the backlash, so that I feel like that made them want to be realistic with Zelda from, Twilight Princess onward. But, yeah, I mean, you might be like, okay, so, like, in handheld, on a small screen, that wouldn't be fine, but you can't really play it the definitive way in handheld. You have to be playing it on your TV, so you can be, unless you want to use the analog stick as your sword. Yeah. So to be playing it, like, the way it's meant to be played, you're gonna have to have that on your big screen. I know it's like HD, but it's just gonna look.
I'm looking at some side by sides. It looks like they did clean it up a little bit. Like there's definitely a difference. It's a little bit less muddy, but the anti-aliasing is still not good. Like, in fact, I would argue, I'm looking at like Link's face, and because of the muddiness of the worse resolution, you can't see the jagged edges in his face as much in the past, but now that it's like high res, it's like super.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's less
Ugh.
money, it's clean, but like
It looks
what is
bad.
clean? Yeah, what is clean is like, like it's just not the best. It's
No.
yeah, very very jagged. It doesn't look nice, and that blown up on your TV.
It's gonna look even worse.
I'm kind of interested, and people didn't really like Skyward Sword when it came out, and are a little nostalgic now, I'm sure. But I think when they actually put the game in their Switch, and they see that image, and they go back to the motion controls and some of the other annoying things that were in that game, I don't know how people are gonna react to this. I mean, typically everyone just loves everything Zelda, but I don't know. I don't know about this one.
I don't
I'm
either.
excited for it. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it and like it, but I have a lot of concerns.
Are you going to play with motion controls, or are you going to play with the new?
I think I'll do
analog stick?
motion. I think I'll do motion controls.
Okay.
I will try out the analog stick for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably do a little bit of both.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for the most part, I would want to do motion controls.
I'm still on the fence on whether or not I'm going to pick this up day one, because I really don't want to spend $60 on a game that is really old. And like I meant to play it at some point, but I have it on the Wii U, and like I said, they didn't clean it up a whole lot. They didn't do a whole ton to the game. I mean, I guess they did add a couple things, I guess. It's like, we know you like these things from Breath of the Wild, so we added more collecting or something. I don't remember exactly what they said, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the changes they made justify that full price tag that they put on it.
Based on like the presentation of the package that they showed, I don't think they made this with the intention of, oh, if you have this on the Wii, you should upgrade to this. I think they made this like, if you haven't played this before, now you can play it.
Yeah,
I don't think, like, if you have this on the Wii, there's probably not much of a reason.
that's true.
Except just to be able to play it on your Switch.
And to be slightly cleaner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look a little better, but also kind of not.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it wasn't, because it was a Wii game.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wii, that would typically hook, that didn't have HD, so that was kind of like, that was
That's
almost,
true.
that was
I
at like
can't
the end of
believe
the
they didn't have
CRT
HD.
stage.
Can't
Yeah.
believe
I mean,
they didn't have
you
HD
can-
in the Wii.
You can play it on your Wii U, but I mean, it was a Wii game.
Yeah, you're right.
And the Wii U is HD, but
God, why did they do... I remember when the Wii came out, it was already dated looking. I was like, this is a
Yeah.
cool thing to like waggle my hands in front of a TV and have it do stuff, but like, good God, all these games look terrible. They
Yeah.
all looked so muddy. Oh my lord.
you know, the Wii was like harder to get than the PS5 at the time. And like people that weren't around back then like are gonna be like, there's no way that's true. But like it was like
it was
like
really hard
sold
to
out
find.
constantly for like a year. Like
I
the
don't think
first
it was
year.
a year. Was it really a year that it was? I thought it was like maybe a month or two.
No,
Because-
no, that was like so in demand, like because so many different people bought it. Like
You're right.
Like,
Yeah, it's sold.
people
like
that didn't
hotcakes.
like people like that didn't even like video games, and then like just like word spread.
Yeah, it's like
And
the
it was
senior
just
home
so
console.
hard to get. Yeah, exactly.
6 months, I guess.
6 months.
Wow, that's a
Okay.
long time.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it being that bad. I got one
I
pretty
remember
close
it
to
being
launch.
bad. You did?
Yeah, I got one pretty close to launch. I think my mom had to like wait in line at like Target at like 2 a.m. or something like that to get one. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was just a pain in the ass to get one. Hell, even the Wiimotes were a pain in the ass to
At
get.
least you could get the Wii in store. At least you didn't have to.
And at least
compete
it
with all the
came
bots.
with Wii Sports, which was arguably the best Wii game of all time.
That's true.
I fucking love Wii Sports. I love it so much.
It
I
is
would-
good.
I still play Wii Sports occasionally.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
my thing now is I just got the Oculus Quest 2.
Yep.
Have you dabbled in VR at all?
I have done 0 VR unless you count Virtual Disney in Florida, where you put like the giant headset on. Did you ever do Virtual Disney? It doesn't
No.
exist anymore. It was like a 4 or 5 story arcade, and they had some VR games back before like VR was even like a thing you could buy. and they had some like real attractions too, where you're like in a go-kart or like a golf cart type thing, but it's covered in like plexiglass, and you've got a cannon, and you can shoot each other, and then when it hits parts of the glass, it'll like spin your car and lights flash, and there's all these retro games. But yeah, there was
That
like
sounds
VR
pretty
in that,
sick.
but it was awesome. Yeah, I'm sad that it's gone, but that was the only VR I've ever done. I've never actually like used an Oculus or Index or any of these things, because I don't know anybody that has one.
I hadn't done it either till I bought mine at the beginning of January. And it was just it was an impulse buy. It was like
I
a very
almost did that.
expensive. It was a very expensive impulse buy.
Yeah.
But I was like, and then I almost canceled it after I ordered it. But then like some of my friends were like, no, you have to. You're gonna love it. And so I was like, all right, I placed the order. I'll do it. And then I ended up getting it, and I've probably played the Quest 2 more than my PS5.
Wow.
And a big part of that is because honestly, if people are having a hard time getting a next gen console right now, I would recommend getting a Quest 2, because you want something that actually has games on it, games that you haven't played before. That's a whole library. You haven't, like, even the old games on there, they're all VR games. So will all be new to you. So
Yeah.
you will immediately have a new console with a huge library of games you've never played before, and that's really, really fun. And honestly, playing it, what reminded me of it is when you were talking about Wii Sports, and like the interaction of it. It's like, and you know how fun Wii Sports is.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like times 1,000. Like, I got like super addicted to the Quest 2 as well.
It looks
was
incredible.
Like Hades.
It looks awesome. It is a good value proposition. I almost got one. I just hate Facebook that much that I really want to just buy whatever competitor puts out something in that same price range. But there's nothing. Honestly, like that's the only thing in that price range with that level of quality is the Quest 2. Yeah, it's cool. Does it
No,
work?
I understand. Wait, sorry, go ahead.
Does it work pretty well without the computer? Because that's what I would be using it for. I would be plugging it into my computer to play like Steam games.
So the Oculus Rift uses a PC, and then the Quest is just like completely standalone wireless. You don't need the PC at all.
But you can also use the cable to plug it into your
You
computer.
can. It's the cable to do that is
Like,
$80.
It's $80. I saw that.
Yeah.
It's
So you can
ridiculous.
you can do basically a virtual your virtual PC, where you can like be on your PC within the headset. Like, you can just use it like as a regular PC, and you can also do like PC VR games.
Okay.
So you could play like Half-Life Alyx.
Have you played
Even
that
though
yet?
that's not even no, I haven't, because I don't have the cable.
Oh. Okay.
I've just been playing games off of the store. And there's a lot. And then like the ones that like I feel like everyone knows and talks about are the ones that I was playing the most, which is like Beat Saber and Super Hot. And those are really, really fun. Although I will say with Super Hot, you move around stuff, and I've punched so many, because I don't have like a huge face.
Yeah.
I've punched the controllers. I've like slammed like stuff that like a table that I just forgot was like right there. Because I'm like crouching around like trying to dodge bullets, but so I'm actually like moving around my house. I need to like make a better space. But
It's cool that it's wireless and you can play it on your own. I hate the fact that it is its own ecosystem with its own store. So like it's like an Apple product. You're kind of locked in to that now because you've got games in that store. So it's like if something did come out that was better and comparable, now all those games you have to get the next Oculus because you have all those games in the Oculus store.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I honestly, if you want to get to VR at a cheap price point, I would highly recommend checking your local Target, because I just bought 2 PlayStation VRs there on clearance for $99 each.
How much are they normally?
$349. It was the Iron Man bundle that comes with 2 Move controllers, the camera, and the headset.
Oh my
can't get
god.
You have to go there in store. You won't be able to find it like online.
Oh. Okay, yeah, because
I don't know if they pop up on BrickSeek.
yeah, that's
like,
what I was thinking.
if you're gonna try that, I actually didn't.
So you got the
didn't
Iron
check.
Man bundle for $99?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wait. I have it right here. Actually, I have one that I didn't open.
That is really crazy. I don't know that there's enough games that I'd want to play on the PSVR though.
So yeah, this like huge thing, and there you can see the clearance sticker on it.
Are there a lot of good games for the PlayStation VR?
I got a few. So the first Astrobot, like it was a VR thing, and like it like showcases the VR in the same way that Astro's Playroom showcases the DualSense.
Okay.
And that's how Astrobot was created, was for the PSVR. He was like their mascot. So I grabbed that game. Skyrim VR. I was just interested to try that.
Oh, you bought that?
Yes.
Let's see.
And then did you ever play
Oh, this is not what I thought it was. What were you gonna say?
Did you ever play Until Dawn?
Yes.
It's like almost like one of those
It's like a choose your own
Detroit,
adventure.
yeah, like Detroit Become Human like type thing. There's a VR one.
Okay. It's like a shooter,
I
right?
grabbed
It's like
that.
an on-rail shooter.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, it is an on-rail shooter. And but yeah, I streamed Until Dawn on Halloween, so that's what made me. And I did it in one sitting, and I had the chat vote on every decision. I didn't make any decision.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun, and we did it 12 hours. We did it in one sitting.
Damn.
So like now I have a special connection with that game. That's why I had to pick it up for the VR.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'll just have to check my local store because I don't see it on Brickseek at all. I don't see that Iron Man bundle that you have. Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
if
even know
find
what
it-
you would have to type in to get it to pop up on there.
I don't know. It's fine. I'll check my local store later. But yeah, that's funny. That's funny that the Wii was sold out for that long, and I forgot how it was 6 months. What's funny though, speaking of like older stuff, so Miitopia was not like a huge game that anybody cared about on the 3DS. Why is it?
I'm really excited for it.
Really?
Why do you say that? Yeah. Have you ever played it?
I think I have it on my 3DS. Let me see. I don't know. I just remember getting like mixed reviews when it came out, and I was like,
So yeah, I don't think it's like as a game. I don't think it was really be good. But honestly, the gimmick of it is that like you can make the characters basically like model them after they're Miis. You can make them look however you want. So like the way to have a lot of fun with that game is to make them look like your friends.
oh, okay.
And then like it makes everything that happens in the game hilarious. It's a great time.
Okay, so it's like it's kind of a gimmicky thing, but fun
Yeah.
gimmicky thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not have Miitopia on here. I'll have to do that.
It's nothing to get like super excited about, but I know that I'm gonna pick it up and I'll enjoy it.
Is it different from the 3DS version, or is it just a port?
So yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be any differences at all. But obviously, hopefully, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a much better resolution. It'll be fun to play. It'll be fun to play it on a screen too.
Yeah.
But obviously, I feel like that's probably a game that like is like with handheld in mind.
It's just it's a
Being a 3DS port.
weird game to pick. You know, like
It is. I feel like maybe it's because it's like going like how popular Animal Crossing has been. I feel like maybe they looked at their back catalog and was like, what's some other like stuff like that? Because I feel like that same kind of appeal is there where, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't just port Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask from the 3DS to the Switch.
That's true.
I feel like that would have been a great move, or Star Fox 64 from the 3DS, since that kind of came and went like immediately. I don't know, just like a small thing you could throw in the eShop would be kind of cool.
So I feel like Nintendo's like doing this thing right now where they know that like the people that like love Nintendo, like the true gamers, already have a Switch. You know what I mean? Like if you love Zelda and you love like and you don't have a Switch at this point, like they know that you have a Switch. So now with how big Animal Crossing blew up and how that got people to buy a Switch that would have never bought a Switch, I feel like they're looking at that and trying to get more titles not for core gamers, but just to grow their audience, like very similar to what they did with the Wii.
You think Miitopia is a system seller, though?
No, not a system seller, but I just think they're trying to showcase more of a variety. So like people that were like would play Animal Crossing and be like, oh, I'd like this. Like another game they announced was like DC Superhero Girls.
Jesus Christ, that game.
That's literally for all of the girls that have been like playing Animal Crossing. Like Nintendo wants to be like, hey, look at this. It's like this is for you too. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not just Miitopia.
Oh god.
Like if you look at all this stuff, you know what I mean?
They could release good games for a wide audience though. They didn't need to pick superhero girls teen power. Like
well, I know. Well, and they do. I mean, they had Splatoon 3. They had Zelda. So it's not like they're ignoring that audience, but like as opposed to getting even more ports like Ocarina of Time, whatever, I think they're trying to diversify, which makes sense in the fact that they'll get more Switches to people. And then the key is once those people have Animal Crossing, right? Like the new people that would have never bought a Switch, you're not going to make money just having Animal Crossing. So they want them to buy other games. But the flip part of it is how many copies do you think you'd sell if you did put some more Zelda games over? Like those would sell like crazy. Yeah. Like, is it really that important to sell, like to get a bigger like audience of people on the Switch? Obviously, I get that you want to sell consoles.
I think they have the full audience though. I mean, there's a game for everybody on the Switch. I mean, it's a very family oriented system, and I don't know. It was just a shocker seeing some of these things that were in here for like a giant Nintendo Direct for the first time in like a year, and they have a game that looks like it's from like Nick.com. Like it looked like it was from Nickelodeon.com, and then you find out that it is a full price $60 game. You're like, what? That looks like some horrible shovelware crap that you'd see on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a Wii game.
Yeah. I mean, even like a PS2 or GameCube game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. PS2 could 100%. PS1 probably could have run that game. That looked awful. It would have been less clean looking, but it still would have.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think of so Mario Golf? I'm a bit mixed on because I do like the Mario sports games.
Mhm. It looks better than Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis was boring after like a week.
Yeah, exactly.
It killed me. I mean, Camelot used to know how to make games. I mean, Mario Tennis for the N64 and the GameCube, phenomenal. I mean, I was playing the GameCube version for years and years and years, and it was just so much fun.
I loved it when they implemented like almost like RPG elements.
Did they do that?
I know they did it on the Game Boy.
Yeah, that was the Game Boy one. They're doing that with Mario Golf though. They're doing the RPG element.
See, I'm excited for that. Like
I'm
a
excited for that
story,
too.
like yeah, like I like that. But honestly, I feel like not enough was shown for us to really know if it's going to be good or not.
They should have shown a golf course that wasn't just a golf course. You know what I mean? Like it should have just been like green and boring. It should have been like, here's Mario Galaxy. It looks like every other
Mario Golf game.
Yeah, it just looked like golf. Like it should have been like Mario Golf. And what would have been really cool is if they had. I like the idea, the speed golf. That looks like a lot of fun. Where you're like running to the next hole and you gotta like hit it. Did you see that part where they're all running?
Yeah.
And
yes. Yeah.
That looks cool. Yeah. It'd be cool if they put golf carts in there. And it was kind of like a mini Mario Kart to the next hole, and you could like blast people and somehow get like an advantage in the next hole. I don't know.
That would be amazing.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of split on that. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And the other thing, you said you didn't want to you weren't sure if you wanted to pay a full $60 for Skyward Sword when it comes out. The thing for me with a lot of these games is it's going to be what else is coming out at the time that it comes out. Because, if it's, a super dry month and we're desperate for something to play, that might be the thing that pushes me to be like, okay, I'll buy this.
Well, think about it though. We have such a big backlog. I don't have a dry month anymore. Now that I'm going back and playing stuff, like I've been playing a ton of Yakuza 0. I've been playing Donut County. I've been playing just a bunch of like stuff that I missed. And then Valheim came out
I've been
recently.
playing Yakuza as well. I've been trying to make my way through the series, so I just started with the first one, Kiwami.
The first one is actually 0, technically.
Well, yeah, but it came out after. I like to play them in order of release. So
that's what I was doing too.
I feel like prequels aren't. And here's the reason why, though. The reason why I do that with games is even if they design it in a way where you can, like, it would be better to play it starting with the prequel.
Yeah.
The thing is, the prequel, if it comes out that much later, is going to have
graphics.
much more refined gameplay. And the quality of life is going to be better. So then to go from that back down, like, into downgrade.
That's what I thought too.
So I like to, like, get the gameplay progressively better.
I was doing the same thing you were doing. I was playing Kiwami first, but it didn't hook me. And I really wanted to get in the series. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to try 0. And I've heard this from other people too. You can keep doing what you're doing. I'm not trying to like force you to do anything. But I'm just telling you my experience and other people's experiences where they start with Kiwami. I think I put like 10 or more hours in Kiwami. And I'm like, I kind of like the story.
I've only put like 5.
It's all right. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to keep coming back to playing it. So I dropped it for like probably like a couple of years. And then I came back to the series and started at 0 because everyone's talking about how amazing it is. And supposedly once you get into 0 and you beat that game, you're going to be so into the story, it doesn't matter that the next game doesn't have every single thing that 0 has. And the graphics really, I mean, Kiwami, they did such a good job with the graphical remastering. Like, it looks pretty damn close to Yakuza 0.
That logic makes so much sense, the way that you just explained that. Yeah. I might do that if I can't get hooked now.
So I'm absolutely hooked into Yakuza 0. There's so many times where it's laugh out loud funny, some of the things that happen, and I hope I have time to continue to play that in the rest of the series. I mean, there's so many games in that series. And then there's that one that never got ported to anything. It's on PS3 that I'm gonna have to track down, where there's like zombies.
Wait, what one is that?
Let me find it. Yakuza.
I think I saw on Twitter a while ago, after the PS5 version of Judgment got announced, that you like, I think you replied to a tweet like, "Great, I just paid $20 for this on PS4."
Yep.
Am I remembering that right? Okay,
yep.
Yeah. It's fine, I stalk you, it's fine.
Yeah, I saw the Judgment, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the, it's like, it's made by the Yakuza people.
It's made by the Yakuza people, and it's supposed to be really good. That's why I bought it, and I still have it sealed over there.
Yeah.
But
you know what sucks about that is that, like, there's no upgrade path.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. That always makes me pretty upset when I see that sort of thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? You're gonna be like that?
Especially when they pull a fast one and like lower the price to $20, and it's like, oh great, like finally this is a $20 game now, I'll pick it up.
And
but
they do that. Just kidding.
And they know that the PS5 version is around the corner. Like, that's I don't like that.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait till it's on Game Pass, because it seems like all of the Yakuza games are just going to Game Pass anyway, even though I own them all. So that's really cool. I keep having Game Pass be such a great value to everybody but me. So I've basically had to like stop buying video games at this point, because whenever I buy a game, it just goes on Game Pass or it's included in a Humble Bundle. So I'm like, okay, I guess I just won't buy video games anymore unless it's like Nintendo or a PlayStation 5 game. Because yeah, Microsoft just keeps throwing those games up. Oh, and real quick, to answer your question, it is Yakuza Dead Souls.
Okay.
And it is, let me see, it's a survival game. It's a non-canon spin-off. So it's got the Yakuza characters. Resident Evil gameplay meets the Yakuza world.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks...
That's crazy. That's crazy they did that spin-off, and then the new Yakuza does like an RPG. That's cool that they like... I didn't realize that like they've done that before, where they like mash up genres. But I guess they do so many different things within the game that every game kind of is a mashup of genres. So that makes sense.
Yep, exactly. Oh shit, it's $60.
That's a lot for a PS3 game.
Oh, and it's $15 at GameStop, but it's not available anywhere near me. So maybe you'll be able to find it. But
I just bought it right now, actually, right after.
That'd be really funny. You're like, oh yeah, I got that too. I know all those other deals that you really wanted to get that you couldn't get. God, I'm still kicking myself for not getting the Pathless when it was $25.
Oh yeah, that was
well.
a nice. Yeah, that was GameStop deal today.
I guess I'll just hope that it becomes one of the PlayStation Plus games.
It might.
It might. They got to keep having PlayStation 5 titles, and they're not going to put Demon's Souls as one of them until like a year from now. So they'll probably pick that one at some point. But
You think they'll put Demon? You're probably right.
I mean, they did with Bloodborne.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think they did with Dark Souls too, right? That seems like a PS Plus game. I can't remember either though.
I don't know.
But yeah, they did with Bloodborne. Well,
Yep.
yeah, and Bloodborne's in the collection.
Yes, but it was also I
As
think
well.
it was a PlayStation Plus game at one point.
Yeah. Okay.
So they just include in the collection and in the past. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it is free now. What was I gonna say? Oh shit. We didn't really talk. Did we talk about the? I know we talked a little bit about what might be at the PlayStation State of Play. Do you have any predictions for like games that are gonna be there? Because
okay. All right, so I said earlier I think they might like shadow drop like Bridge of Spirits to come out like a week or so, like following it, like so coming out in March like they announced it would. But faceplates possibly just because of the pressure that the other companies are putting on them.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of games besides that one, besides Kenna, like from everything that they've told us, like I feel like they've kind of told us everything to get people as hype as possible, and we all know that like those release dates are down the line. So I don't know what else they could have unless they do it and like just try to give us some concrete release dates, like say, okay, so Horizon's coming November. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like stuff like that. Like give us like
I'd be happy with that.
Like make it tangible, make it real. You know what I mean? Like give us some solid information on it.
Yeah.
But like even though they don't have anything, I feel like they still need to do something.
I agree.
Because people are getting frustrated and like it's so dry right now.
It is.
Like people have these next gen consoles and they're like, I want next gen experiences.
Yeah, whenever somebody asks me, what are you excited for that's coming out, my mind just completely goes blank. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm excited for coming out. I mean, I guess Horizon Forbidden West, but I haven't beaten Zero Dawn, so I probably should beat that first. I could not care less about Far Cry 6.
I mean, I'm not really excited for Returnal, but like I said, it's like there's nothing else coming out, so I'll buy it day one because that's a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
So, and then Ratchet and Clank though, I'm very excited for that.
Ratchet and Clank will be fun, but I don't think I'll pick that up day one either. I need to go back and just play through that whole series. I was starting to at one point. I was playing the HD collection on the PS3, and they're fun. They're really fun games, but I think I just need to go back and play. What is it? 8 Ratchet and Clank games before I play this one?
I mean, Ratchet, you don't have to play them like
That's
in
true.
order. It's, you know what I mean? It's not really story driven. It's like it's like Crash or Spyro. I mean, they made Spyro, the same team, and then they stopped making Spyro to make Ratchet.
I wish they had made more Spyro games. I like Spyro a lot.
See, they said that like the thing with that is like Spyro didn't have like arms, so like they felt very limited. Like because he like couldn't pick up stuff and do stuff like pretty much every 3D platformer, like so for that reason they took in Spyro 3 there was like you could play as different characters, and there was like the monkey that like had the gun, and that was like the first thing that made them decide that they wanted to make Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. That
And
makes
then
sense.
so Ratchet and Clank is kind of like the successor to Spyro. They were like, all right, we need a bipedal protagonist character.
So you can hold guns and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it's gonna be $70.
Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, I will be waiting.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's
I can't
valid.
do it.
That's valid.
I can't do it. Like, it looks fun, but that's a lot of money. It looks really good, though. Like, the graphics and everything, and the gameplay looks really good. But I can't do it. I can't do it. $70 is just... Did Xbox ever confirm if they're doing the $70 games or not? Because I don't think there's been any $70 Xbox games yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is either. It's annoying though, because every game that comes out, I feel like there's like 3 different editions that are all different prices, and it's like, all right, wait, what's the price of just the base game again?
Yeah, my favorite games are the ones that go, just buy this version, we'll give you a free upgrade, don't worry about it. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Xbox is doing the $70 games though.
Okay, cool.
I think they are 60.
All right. Yeah,
but also the thing with Xbox games is most of them like don't say that it's just Xbox Series X. It'll say Series X and Xbox One.
That's true.
And it's like don't worry about it. Whatever you have, it'll work on, which is like confusing because it's like, is this really next gen when I put it in my Series X?
It's confusing, but it's also like awesome the fact that they're not like upcharging for the next gen system. But I know what you mean. It'd be cool to have like different box art to go, this is a Series X game, this is an Xbox One game. But I guess besides Medium,
there is some Xbox games that just say Series X and won't even work on like an Xbox One.
I think that is only Activision so far that has done that. 2K and Activision, because they're the two assholes that do $70 games.
EA.
Does EA doing $70 games too?
No, they're not doing $70 games, but they made just like Series X, like
okay.
doesn't work because I just got Madden 21.
Oh, I got you.
And it's only for Series X because it's the next level edition.
Okay.
But yeah, I got Madden 21 for $20 on this like the Series X version.
That's what it should be.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, that was a nightmare at launch. I'm sure they fixed it by now, but I remember seeing some gameplay of that, and the glitches were unreal. Holy crap! They're remaking the same game every year. You think they'd be able to just not make it worse?
Somehow it's getting worse. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Somehow, what the hell?
Honestly, the game that I'm most excited for that's coming out in the next couple of months is a Switch game.
What's that?
And Pokemon Snap.
So, Pokemon Snap, I'm excited about, but they needed to tell me in the Nintendo Direct what the hell is going to be in the game, because I don't know. I don't exactly know what's going to be in it besides taking pictures of Pokemon. Like, how long is it? Is there going to be multiplayer? Is there going to be, like, what is the game?
Did you play the original Pokemon Snap?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've beaten that a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, that game you can just beat in like 2 hours.
You're just like, done. And it was fun.
But it's so fun. Yeah, I love it. Here's the thing that they haven't confirmed, I don't believe. But what I feel like is a no-brainer that they should do is make it so you can use the gyro to take pictures.
I'm sure they will. They've got to.
Why haven't they shown that in the trailer?
They haven't shown anything. It comes out in April, and they've shown like nothing. They show like a little bit of, look, you're in a vehicle just like the first one.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, but don't you think that that's a very cool feature that they should have at least shown if it was going to have it?
Yes.
I'm a little worried that maybe it won't, but I'm sure it probably will. But I don't know. I don't like that it's not confirmed that it.
Nintendo likes to wait until the last minute to announce anything for games. I don't understand it. It's a bit frustrating, but I don't think because they didn't announce it yet that it's not going to be a thing. Just because they are so weird about talking. Well,
Skyward Sword comes out in July, and they announced that motion controls with the announcement. You know
I mean, motion controls were kind of a given, because that's how you played the original game. Whereas you didn't have a gyro on the N64 controller.
You're right.
I think they will. They have an obsession with motion controls, so I'm sure any way they can, they'll do it. So if there's some sort of gimmicky thing they can do, they're going to do it. So I don't think you have to worry about that. What's up?
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I hope that they do something unique and new with it to give it a reason to be $60, because that's a lot of money. for a game where you take pictures of Pokemon, especially if it's only 2 hours long. They need... I don't know what they can do to really add in a lot of content, because I feel like back in the day that was unique. Wow, these Pokemon are in 3D. I'm gonna go to Blockbuster and print out a sticker with my Pokemon picture on it. Like, that was a cool thing back then. Nowadays it's like, yeah, 3D Pokemon, whatever. So they can't just bank on the fact that, oh wow, they look nice. So they need to have some sort of interesting gameplay. Like I thought this would be cool. It's not going to happen, but I think this would be a cool idea. So you know how you're going to be on rails, basically. You'll be able to choose directions and whatnot, but you're going to be on rails again. And you know how you get points per for your photo depending on what you do. It would be cool if you're on a rail and then you've got a parallel rail next to you with a buddy, and you're both going on the same path, and you're both trying to get, like, it's like a score attack type thing. So like you're trying to get like the highest score at the end.
That's a really great idea.
Get the most pictures of like the specific Pokemon that are there with the highest point value, and I don't know. I think that'd be a really cool idea.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but they won't.
And that would add a lot of replay value.
Exactly, it definitely would. I mean, you just be hanging out with friends.
They need like things like that. They need ideas like that in it for sure.
You could do split screen with that too. It'd be more difficult, but I think at least online play with that would be pretty cool.
Well, if they do gyro controls, I don't think that would... Would that work with split screen?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. You just have
a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got... I mean, it'd be like the same thing as like moving a reticle around the screen. It's just you're doing it with the controller instead.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that would work.
Yeah.
I'm just like a huge Pokemon nerd, though. It's like one of my favorite franchises ever.
I've been back and forth on Pokemon. I was into it as a kid, then I got out of it, and then in high school, we all started playing like the Game Boy Advance games again, and it was a lot of fun. And then I like played Pokemon Diamond, and I played the DS ones as a kid too, and then I think after the DS ones, I kind of lost interest. I played some of the 3DS ones, they were all right. And then with the Switch, I feel like was the straw that broke the camel's back, because I'm like, holy shit, this is the same game I've been playing since I was a little kid, and they've added nothing new at all, besides the fact that it's 3D. And I was like, oh my god. When it first came out, I was kind of in denial. I remember everybody was kind of dunking on the game, and I didn't quite get it. I even made a video going, oh, it's not that bad. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And then a week or two after making that video, I didn't touch the game ever again, because it was just so easy, and there was just like nothing to the game. It felt like a step back almost, even though it was on a newer system.
So I'm one of those people that like just like doesn't care. Like, you can make the exact same game. Like, I know I'm like a cancer. I'm toxic, but like I'll like whatever. It's fine. Game Freak can just be lazy. I'm okay with it. I just love my Pokemon so much. I have 930 hours on Pokemon Sword. I checked recently. And I've got like 200 hours on Shield. So the thing that like makes me play Pokemon so much is not the story or how it's easier. It's the post game content. It is trying to like hatch shiny Pokemon. Like, that's just like something you can turn off your brain and do, and then like creating custom teams for online battles and like breeding, making sure they have the perfect stats, like
that makes sense,
training them up, and then like it's so much more in depth than when you're playing the game. Like, I don't even know if you know what IVs and EVs are.
I've heard of that. You can like IV EV train them or whatever.
Yeah, and that's like adding hidden numbers that are built into the code of the game that have been since like the DS. But like they're not even the stats that are shown that affect what the stats that are shown are. Just like all this stuff, and then to actually do the online battles, there's like a monthly like ranking like every month, and then there's typically a tournament every month or two, and just like so many, it's like just so many hours, just like so like crazy, like 930 hours playing Pokemon.
That's crazy.
So that's the other thing that we should definitely mention is Pokemon Anniversary is there's going to be like a Pokemon Direct basically like next week.
Wow. I didn't know it was next week already.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think they're going to announce? The next Pokemon game?
I would think so. I probably Diamond and Pearl remakes. Like that's like the worst kept secret. Like
That's what everybody's thinking. Yeah.
It's been rumored for like since Sword and Shield came out, pretty much. But I also think that there was like people were like talking that there would be like a collection, like of like a few of like the Game Boy games, like all on one like Switch cartridge, like like red, blue, like silver, gold, like all on one cartridge.
That'd be cool.
I think they're not going to do that.
I don't think they're going to do that either.
I think they will add it to Switch Online. And I don't think they're going to be adding like Game Boy like to Switch Online like at the whole library, but I think they're going to add Game Boy to Switch Online, but just
Pokemon games.
Yeah. I think it's going to be like a part of a Switch Online, and that'll probably get a lot of people to buy Switch Online.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure.
Maybe it'll be extra. I don't know, but
if it's extra and you have to pay for a Nintendo Online, that'd be kind of crazy.
I mean, Pokemon Company, they charge you for Sword and Shield, then they charge you $30 more for the DLC, so you're at $90. Then they charge you $16 for Pokemon Home, just so you can be able to transfer your 3DS Pokemon. Yeah, and then you have to pay $5 at Pokemon Bank on your 3DS. $5 a year. Then $16 a year for Pokemon Home, so it's $21. So it's like, yeah. So I could see them charging a little extra for that.
Wow.
You want to talk? Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about like some like bad practices? Like, yeah, Game Freak's the worst.
Good Lord, I didn't know they were that bad. I've not kept up with all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Pokemon. I mean, in my background, I've got the Pokemon Blue thing.
But, oh yeah, I've seen that in your videos.
Yeah, but God, it's more of like nostalgia at this point for liking Pokemon.
Yeah.
What they've done recently has been a bit of disappointment. But it sounds like there's enough of a core audience. They don't care about people like me that want something different. They're just going to keep selling. I think Sword and Shield sold more than any Pokemon game or had one of the biggest launches ever. So I'm not important.
It just passed 20 million.
Yeah, I'm not important, unfortunately. So the next Pokemon game is going to be Sword and Shield, but Diamond and Pearl. I don't know what would make me buy Diamond and Pearl Remake. I did like Diamond and Pearl a lot as a kid, and there were some things that they had in that game that they kind of took out of other Pokemon games. I don't know why, like the Pokeball customization where you could put like confetti and like crazy crap coming out of it. I thought that was so cool as a kid, and I'd make sure to like customize all of my favorite Pokemon's Pokeballs, and then I think the next game came out and just didn't have it anymore, and I was like, why would you get rid of that feature? It's so cool.
Well, they always do that. There's always they always introduce new features in each game and then take them out the following game.
That's not
like
leave them
sometimes
all
it's
in.
good, sometimes it's not good. Like in Ruby Sapphire, they had Pokemon contests.
I remember that.
And then they took them out, and then they added what you just said to Diamond and Pearl, and then I'm trying to think of some other things. Like right now, the gimmick is the Dynamaxing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Sword and Shield.
And then before that was
for a few games, Mega Evolutions.
Yep.
And honestly, they did Mega Evolutions for like a few games, and they should have just kept them in. Oh, in Sun and Moon, it was Z moves. You had like the Z bracelet.
Oh yeah, I got confused
and you could do,
between Mega Evolution and Z moves.
Yeah, see, there's they add stuff and then take stuff out. But what they need to do is take out the stuff that's bad, like the Pokemon contest I'm not really a fan of.
No.
But leave in the stuff that's good.
Bring back the casino.
I don't think they'll ever do that.
Didn't they have like it was like slots, and then they had I thought they had a couple other like casino games you could do, and you could gamble your Pokemon credits. Did they have pachinko?
I think it was just slots.
I just slots. Oh, okay.
That's all I remember doing in Red and Blue.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. And then like some of the like slots would have better odds than other ones too.
Really?
And you would have to like go around and then find the one that would let you just keep winning, and then just do that one.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's how you get enough coins to get Porygon.
You had to buy Porygon?
Yeah, you had to exchange coins for him at the game corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I traded somebody for it. I think I got Porygon a different way. I used to when I was a
Yeah.
kid. I used to travel all over the country with my parents. We had like a motorhome at one point. Then we had like a giant trailer thing, and then we had I don't know. We used to go on a bunch of vacations. So as we were going around, I would be trading Pokemon with kids like everywhere. So I think I had like almost a full Pokédex on the original Pokemon game. That was awesome.
Oh, that's sick. For that one, I did the Mew glitch, which is the only way to legitimately get Mew in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like super complicated. You have to like literally take a step, pause mid-step, so the pause screen pops up at the same time a trainer sees you and the exclamation point pops up. Then you have to run away. Then you have to battle a wild Pokemon. And then whatever the last digit of their Pokedex number in the game's code is will predict a random Pokemon that you can then battle when you go back to that trainer. When you fly back to that trainer. So you could do that and catch like a wild Venusaur, like whatever it is, as long as it corresponds to the code. And the way you would do it is you would use a Ditto to make sure, like, so you could control what it was. Super complicated. And that's how you would
That's
actually
crazy.
get Mew.
Why did they
Yeah,
make
if you
Mew
did it-
not able to get in like the regular game?
What do you mean?
Why was the only way to get Mew was a glitch?
Um, that's a great question.
They put him in the game and went, got a glitch to get him. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, literally.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there was the easy glitches where you could go to Cinnabar Island, just like go surf up and down, and then you get the 99 of whatever item was in your 6th slot. You battled missing number.
Yeah, missing.
All right, I'm going way. Yeah, missing no. Thank you. All right, but I'm nerding out way too much about Pokemon. we should stop me right there.
What? Okay, real quick before we move on from Pokemon, what would be
Yeah.
cool is if they announced in this Pokemon Direct a new Pokemon Stadium.
So the thing is, like, what I was telling you of why Sword and Shield is so good and why I put so many hours into it is because it basically has Pokemon Stadium built in. Like that's
Oh,
that is like Pokemon Stadium.
I guess you're right because it's 3D now,
Yeah.
and it's
So there's
literally in a
no-
stadium.
Literally,
Shit.
it literally is Pokemon. Yeah. So like, if that's what you want, like the Sword and Shield like post game, that's where it's at. It's online battles with real people. You know what I mean? It's like Pokemon Stadium online.
Huh. Interesting. So I guess there's no reason to ever put Pokemon Stadium out again. What would they do
Yeah.
then? I'd be pretty happy if they did like a. They're not gonna do it, but a new type of Pokemon game just in general. Like they used to do it with like the Shadow DX. What is it called again? What is the?
Oh, Gale of Darkness.
That's it. Darkness something. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be cool
so
if they did something like that
Gale
again.
of Darkness was the sequel to Pokemon Coliseum. Pokemon Coliseum was like a story adventure thing, and then Gale of Darkness was the sequel to it, which is weird that they didn't just call it like Pokemon Coliseum 2.
Yeah, that makes it really
made it-
confusing.
Yeah, it makes it sound like it's its own thing, but yeah, those games were awesome because like Pokemon Coliseum, your starter Pokemon were Umbreon and Espeon, which is just sick. Like, and like you like actually have a real story happening, and I replayed that on the GameCube within like the last few months, and honestly, all of the battles and stuff is just like the regular games, but you're just like in such a different scenario, and it was such a breath of fresh air. And it was like, this is an actual console Pokemon game.
That's what I
And
want. An actual
Yeah.
console Pokemon game.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would love it if they did that. And anything they do, Pokemon's gonna sell. But like, so, which is kind of why they don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't have to. We can just be lazy.
That sucks.
Yeah. And the other thing, so I told you like how they you had to like buy all this stuff. They only put like 400 Pokemon in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next 200 were only you could only catch them if you bought the DLC. the other $30. Yeah.
Wow.
You could transfer them, or the only way to get them for free would be to trade with someone else. Like even if you don't buy the DLC, like your Pokédex gets updated, you can have them, but you can't catch them. You can't transfer them yourself unless you then pay the $5 for Pokemon Bank and the $16 Pokemon Home. See what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone
Good
always
old Game
talks about.
Freak.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not Nintendo. It's Game Freak that does this. Nintendo
Yeah.
and Pokemon are just like this. That you always think, oh, Nintendo, I can't believe they do something that's scummy. But it's Game Freak that's doing it, not Nintendo.
Yeah. It's Game Freak and the Pokemon Company.
Yep.
Game Freak is the ones that aren't developing the games to the quality they should be, and
Yep.
then the Pokemon Company is the one that decides to just nickel and dime every single part of them because
God.
they can, and people pay for it, and that's why it's the most profitable like franchise of anything, like even more than Disney.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Yep, that's why the game industry just keeps getting worse. They keep doing
Yep.
stupid crap and people keep buying it.
Yeah. I can't wait to pay $150 to get the full experience of Diamond and Pearl.
You're not wrong. It's probably going to be $150. There'll be the
Yep.
2 games, and then they'll somehow come out with some DLC for a game that's been out already.
Yep. So I can't wait to pay $60 for the game. Oh, $120 for the game because I want to buy both versions, right? That's why they do the 2 versions, to get people to do that. So I'll pay $120, then I'll pay $30 for some DLC. Then I'll renew my Pokemon Home subscription, of course. Make sure I get that in. And it's just gonna be it'll be a fantastic time.
Good lord. We need to get into game development.
Yeah, exactly. Not wrong.
I'm going to create a new series called Chocomon, and it's going to be great. It's going to be $30 a month, and every month you'll get a new Chocomon, not Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good lord. And then for some reason in this Nintendo thing that I'm seeing here, talking about Nintendo Direct, I don't remember Stubbs the Zombie being announced in the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, I remember.
It was in the Nintendo Direct?
Mhm.
Why
Yes,
do I
it
not
was.
remember that?
I don't know. It was in there though.
Okay. That's coming back to everything. That's on Steam again, if I remember correctly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they just like
Yeah, that's good
randomly...
because honestly, the Xbox game was like shooting up in price.
Yeah,
And I never
they
played it. I've never played
delisted it from everything. And then... Oh, I guess it's not back on Steam. I heard it was coming back to Steam. That's weird.
I think I heard that it is too. I know it's coming for PC. I don't know for sure if it's going to be Steam or not, but
Epic's gonna try to steal it.
yeah, like with everything. But yeah, Stubbs. What else was in the Direct?
Triangle
really-
strategy.
Oh yeah, I will get that. I love RPGs, so
What a stupid ass
obviously
name.
it is a stupid name. I hope they change it.
It looks like
I
the
hope
same.
they change the name.
Yeah, they need to. They're going. It's Project Triangle Strategy, so I'm assuming that's just like the fighting mechanic in the game. I'm hoping. I don't know. Smash Bros. Ultimate
Right.
Fighter Pass Volume 2. I don't care anymore. I'm so done with that game. I just want them to stop making fighters just because it takes up a chunk of the Direct every single time. Congratulations, new anime girl number 53. There you go in Super Smash Bros.
But this one uses a sword, which Smash really needed.
Another sword
user.
character. They
Yeah.
needed that. I don't even
Yeah.
play the game, and I could still see, holy shit, another sword character. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition. I love Plants vs. Zombies, but Battle for Neighborville is terrible. That is the worst Plants vs. Zombies
I haven't played
game.
it.
You're missing absolutely nothing. The first 2 Garden Warfare
Good.
games were some of my favorite class-based multiplayer shooters out there. They were so
Oh,
good.
really?
They're so
Okay.
much stupid fun. The characters are so interesting. Like, especially the first one, I probably put a couple hundred hours in that game. I just constantly played with my friends. It's just so much fun, and you're constantly unlocking new outfit pieces, and your character gets new abilities as you use him. And that game was phenomenal. And each class had like a bunch of different subclasses, so you could like have like a fire type that does damage over time but less damage up front.
That does sound fun.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. But yeah, don't buy Battle for Neighborville. They stopped development. I don't understand why it's coming out for the Switch when they've completely stopped developing the game at all, and it was a miserable nightmare. The graphics were worse. The gameplay was worse. They got rid of, I just told you those cool class variants. They got rid of those. Yeah, they just completely took all of the steps backwards off of a cliff. Monster Hunter Rise. Do you like Monster Hunter?
I got really into Monster Hunter World when it first came out.
Yeah.
I actually had a lot of fun, like just playing with randos online. I would find people and we would like stick together for hours and just like hunt. And I got like addicted to like, trying to like put together, like collect the gear, collect the loot to put together the different armors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to use the insect glaive. I don't know if you're familiar. It's like the staff that there's like a little bug that lives inside of it, and the bug will come out and either like damage enemies or like sprinkle like healing on your allies.
What?
And then, like, the reason I like the staff so much is because you could also use it to like as like a vault and then jump on top and ride the monsters.
Oh, that's cool.
It was because anyone could jump on top of a monster and ride it, but like there was no way to get on them. That was the easiest way was using that.
That's cool.
So yeah, it had a lot of like different features to it. I actually really enjoyed using it. I got pretty good with it. So I'm gonna get Monster Hunter Rise.
Okay. I would, but I know I'm not gonna have the time required to play it because it's one of those time sink games.
Yeah.
I like the series, but I for some reason it just loses me after a bit because I like playing with other people, and then all my friends just dropped off the game and they're like, we don't like it, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done with it now too.
So playing Monster Hunter, honestly, like the way I was talking about like Hades earlier, like how I just got like so addicted to that game, it was so fun. I never had that feeling from Monster Hunter. I will say that. Like
yeah, same here.
It was like it was new and like I had like some fun with it, but like I wasn't like loving it.
Yeah.
Even though I did enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. I've had that experience with quite a few games, and that was definitely one of them. Where it's like, I like the gameplay loop. I like the fact that I'm progressing and my armor's looking cooler and my weapon's looking cooler and I'm upgrading everything.
Yeah. It's like just okay.
Yeah.
For me. Some people love it. Some people are obsessed with it. But like for me it's like it's okay. Like I don't hate it, but like I don't love it.
Yep. Fall Guys, I don't care about Fall Guys anymore. I don't know about you, but that was fun for the first week, and then I was like, all right, I'm done forever.
I didn't even play it the first week.
You didn't miss much. It was okay.
I forgot to download it on PS Plus, and then I just got mad, and I'm like, I'm not paying for it, so I just never ended up playing.
I remember I had it for the PlayStation, and then a bunch of people on the PC wanted to play with me, so they gifted it to me, and then I played a week with them.
Oh, nice.
And they all got bored, and I got bored, and I was like, cool, I don't have to play that again.
That's Fall Guys.
Yeah, that's Fall Guys. They could have made that game unbelievably amazing by putting in a level editor and then allowing people to make their own levels. And then they could kind of do like a Forge type thing, like with Halo, and like do contests with who makes the best level, and we'll put it in the game. And that way you have a constantly rotating thing of levels, so it's constantly a fresh game and it's fun, instead of just like 10 levels and then, oh, new season, we added 2 more, and it's like, it's been months of the same levels. I'm bored. I don't want to play this anymore. So instead of taking advantage of the fact that I feel like they could have made a level editor pretty easily, because all of the items they use in the game were so simple. You could have just done like a piece by piece chunk thing. Like, oh, I'm going to put the spinny things here. I'm going to put I don't know. It's probably a lot more difficult than I think, but I feel like that would have made the game live forever. But now it's dead.
Speaking of level editor, I did think that the Animal Crossing update in the Direct was really, really cool.
That is cool. I just don't...
It's like Mario Maker in Animal Crossing, like, and how functional the stuff was too.
Yeah,
like,
it was. But there's like, you can't put like enemies or anything that hurt.
Yeah,
you.
there was like, like that like actually hurt you, but there was what do you call the things that like slam down?
Oh, the thwomps.
Yes, yeah. It showed some of those and stuff.
Yeah. It looked cool. I like the fact that they put the stuff in there, but I stopped playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I haven't played it in a really long time either, but I do have like 350 hours in
Damn. I think I put...
But I haven't touched it in months and months.
I haven't touched it since like probably a month after launch. I stopped playing it. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it just did... I don't know why. I remember Animal Crossing for the DS just hooked me, and I just could not stop playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3DS version hooked me pretty well, and then this one, I don't know, something just didn't get me. I don't know why.
I really like, and this one, like, honestly, it'll always have a special place in my heart, because when I first started my channel, I was just doing like Pokemon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started my channel like I started like doing my streams like a little over a year ago. Literally when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. That was when I started.
Oh, okay.
And then so a few months later, Animal Crossing came out, and I started doing some videos on Animal Crossing, and I only had like 3,000 subscribers. But I started making some Animal Crossing videos, like multiple Animal Crossing videos with over 100,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah, like when it came out, like in March. And so like obviously like that was like a really cool experience, like when I was like at that point in YouTube, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
And then like that just made me want to be even more invested in Animal Crossing. That, you know what I mean? It just like motivated me to keep like doing some Animal Crossing content, and then that would make me play the game more. And that's why I ended up putting so much time into it and ended up like getting a lot out of it.
That's cool.
I'm sure you've had games like that too, where like maybe like you've like it's tied into your content, and like it's worked out really well, and maybe it's like made you want to be more invested in it.
Or
not.
trying to think.
Or not at all.
What's up?
Or not at all.
You cut out there for a second.
Oh, I said or not.
Or not. Yeah.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah, I can't think of any game. I mean, my Skyrim streams have been doing pretty well, but that's about it. I've always enjoyed Skyrim, so it's just like, oh, cool, and I have a reason to keep just playing it on stream. People enjoy watching it. They like stealing.
You should definitely try to get the PSVR from Target. Grab Skyrim VR.
Skyrim VR. I'm gonna have to try that. That'd be interesting. Though, does that have mods? Skyrim VR? Because like half the fun of Skyrim is those mods.
Oh, probably not, because it's on PlayStation.
Oh, that's true. Damn. Yeah, I like stealing everything that's not nailed down. So people like.
Yeah,
watching
I didn't even realize. Yeah, the mods. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Basically, I have unlimited inventory because I have a ring I can put on and just pop up a merchant and a storage person, and I'm like, yes. What else was the Nintendo Direct? Star Wars Hunters, which as soon as I saw the Zynga logo, I was out because I don't want a mobile
That's not
phone
for
game.
me.
No. World's End Club, another weird Japanese story game where you make decisions. I don't know.
Honestly, that's the type of weird thing that I would probably want to play. I have so many visual novel games, especially like on my Vita.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, do you like visual novels?
I like those weird stuff.
Yes, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my jam, but I respect it. Outer Wilds, I mean, that's been out already, whatever. Apex Legends looked terrible. Like, I didn't think it was going to look great, but man, they had to cut a lot of corners to optimize that for the Switch.
Yeah,
Lord.
I'll definitely play that. I play that. That's actually one game I play fairly regularly. So I'll definitely be trying it out on the Switch for sure.
Yeah. I might give it a shot just out of curiosity. But good Lord, like, when you play like a Nintendo game that's been optimized for the system, you forget how weak the hardware is that we're using. And then you play something else that's on something else, and you see the graphical difference between like the Xbox One version and the Switch, and you're like, oh Jesus, oh no. I'm gonna go back to my Nintendo game. I'm gonna pretend I saw that.
Yeah, exactly. Unless the game's like exclusive for the Switch, you're definitely better off picking it up somewhere else. Unless it's a game that doesn't require a lot.
For sure. Like Hades. Hades is a good Switch game because
Hades is an amazing Switch game, but like Phoenix, again, I haven't played it, but like I would say definitely to get that next gen.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Or even previous gen on PlayStation.
Yeah, because it's got a free upgrade, doesn't it, or no?
I don't know if it does or not, actually.
I think it does. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. I just wanted the PlayStation 5 box because I'm stupid. Legend of Mana. I think there was another. Is that a new one?
No, that's a remake.
Did you want to keep talking about the Nintendo Direct? Or is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything else interesting about the Nintendo Direct? Do you like No More Heroes, by the way? Because there is the No More Heroes 3 coming out.
So I never actually played them.
I haven't either.
On the Wii. I own them.
I think I own them
intended to. So I don't really have too much of a connection, but the trailers I've seen of that game actually do look really good and compelling. But it's tough sometimes when it's like a game gets announced that's a sequel.
Yeah.
And you haven't played the previous ones. But I mean, if it's its own thing, I might give it a look. I have to see. I did like the way it looked a lot. Like,
it looks interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if they cut out the blood just for the Direct or if they really did tamper down the game, but that would be interesting to see as well.
Oh, did they?
I don't know, because you used to be able to chop people in half and there'd be blood spraying everywhere.
Yeah, on the Wii. Okay. That sounds like something Nintendo would do.
They probably just cut it for the Direct. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so we're super excited about it. Forgot. We got the Ninja Gaiden collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Nah, I don't know. The one that I want to play.
Those games were like really hard too, right?
Yeah,
like, so
they're really difficult.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I remember playing the demo for whatever the one for the 360 is, and I was like, oh, this is a lot of fun. It's not that difficult. And then I played the real game, and I was like, holy shit, this is so much more difficult than the demo. What in the world? But the gameplay is fun when it's not kicking your ass.
Right.
And I don't remember what... Oh, Neon White was like the game made by the guy that made Donut County, where it's like you play as a... Was it you play as an angel and you kill demons in heaven, or you're a demon and you're killing something in heaven with card-based attacks, which is weird. I don't know. It was strange. I didn't quite 100% get what was going on.
Well, yeah, it's probably a pass for me, but I mean, Donut County was a really nice little game.
It's fun. Yeah, I've been playing that right now. I don't know how long the game is, but I think I'm close to beating it.
Yeah, it's only a few hours.
Yeah, so I'm probably close to beating it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. I actually met the developer at E3 and played the demo. I was like sitting next to him playing the demo, and then afterwards he's like, so what'd you think? And that was a weird experience.
Oh, that's so cool though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, I like it a lot. It's like Katamari Damacy. And he's like, exactly. And I'm like, cool. I like weird games like that.
Speaking of E3, that's going to be interesting this year.
Just a digital E3. I mean, it was like slowly becoming digital anyway, just because everybody just kept ditching it.
Yeah. Kind of sad that there's not going to be like that.
It is really sad. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I missed the golden age, unfortunately, because when I went twice to E3. The first year, it was really busy, and I basically just got to play like 3 or 4 pretty big titles. I got to play Sea of Thieves before it came out, like way before it came out. Like it was just a ship battle. That's all they had was a ship battle at the time. Though little did I know that was basically the whole game. And then that was such a disappointment. I don't know how you felt about that game, but when that game came out,
I didn't get into it.
Oh man. Oh, what a disappointment.
I didn't end up getting an Xbox One until last year.
Oh, really?
Until I got it for Phantasy Star Online 2.
Did you get a Series X?
What?
Did you get a Series X as well, or no?
I did. I just got a Series X last week.
Okay.
At first, I was just gonna like keep my PS5 for a while, but then I was like, oh,
screw it.
I'm sure I could use this for content.
Yeah.
Justified.
I'll just write this off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I got the Series X, and I got Game Pass for it. So I didn't have Game Pass before.
Oh yeah, you have to have Game Pass.
So yeah, my ex bought me the Series X, like as a birthday gift last year.
Damn, that's a hell of a gift.
Yeah, well, yeah, or not the Series X, the One X.
Oh, that's
But
still
it was
still pretty.
yeah, yeah. But I got her the Animal Crossing Switch,
Oh, okay.
and I think I like paid her like something for the Xbox, so like it was like an even like gifting.
You
Because that's a $500 console.
the One X?
I think it's yeah, at the time.
I thought it had gone on sale like quite a few times, like 300.
No, that's the One S. Oh wait, maybe it did. I don't remember. I don't remember.
It was like,
Well,
oh, that's kind of like an
anyways.
even trade, like One X.
No,
for...
yeah, we made it even. So like if it was 400, that means like I probably gave her $100, and then she paid the other three because the Switch was free.
Mm-hmm.
It was
That's
it was
interesting.
even,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Might as well just bought the console for yourselves if you think about it. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, it was like at separate times. Like
Oh, okay.
it's just because I think I got her the Animal Crossing Switch for Valentine's Day, and then she ended up getting me the Xbox for my birthday.
Oh,
Like,
I got you.
We lived together and stuff, so it was like
I did the
Yeah.
same sort of thing with an X way back when. I think she got me a PS Vita, and I got her a Wii U or something like that. I don't remember what it was. We both got each other consoles that nobody cares about anymore. Is essentially what happened.
I love the Vita still.
I love the Vita too. I need to hack mine because hacking my... I don't know if I've shown you my... I got a 2DS XL before they discontinued it. It was like $100 at Walmart.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
You
as
did the same
black
thing.
Black and turquoise. Yep.
Yup.
You know me. If I see those deals.
We both do that. We're both dumb like that. We don't need it, but it's on sale, so I'm gonna buy it.
Yep.
And I also got this for it too because I just wanted a reason to get this because it was like on clearance at GameStop or something for like $10.
There you go.
But did you ever hack it?
No.
You didn't? Oh, it's awesome. I highly recommend it. I mean, if you look at the background, it's like a cyberpunk neo thing, and I think there's like music in the background if you turn up the volume. And I've got a bunch of legally acquired 3DS games on here. And then I have a bunch of legally acquired Game Boy Advance games on here. And it's really easy to put like you know how at one point they had the Virtual Console for Game Boy Advance games, but it was only for that one DS, like the 3DS deal, when they had like the 3DS and then they had that price reduction and like, okay, we're sorry we screwed you over, but here's a bunch of games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they did that, that allowed people to make a capsule for Game Boy Advance ROM. So you can take a Game Boy Advance ROM and you can run it through this thing and you can pick... You basically write in all the info and you pick what it shows for on the cartridge when you're putting it on your system. So you can take any
that's cool.
screenshot. Like I usually just did the starting screen. You put the date that it was released. You put in all the different info, and you don't have to have a separate emulator on here because it's already built into the system if you put it in that sleeve.
That's
so it
pretty
thinks
cool.
it's a Virtual Console game, even though you can't buy Game Boy Advance games on the Virtual Console, which is stupid. I think Nintendo's just leaving a ton of money on the table by doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend it. It's awesome. And then up until recently, you could have watched Netflix on your 3DS, which I thought was really funny because you can't on
That's
the Switch
hilarious,
for some
yeah.
reason.
When I got that one for $100, I went on the eShop and I just bought every Pokemon game.
Oh, you bought
Like
all the
every
Pokemon
version.
games?
Yeah, I paid for them, every single one, and so that's just like my Pokemon machine.
Fair enough. But think
Yeah.
about it. Think about modding it because you can do some cool stuff on here. Like I've got a N64 emulator that they're slowly making better and better. So at some point you can play N64 on here.
That would be sick.
And you can put so many different emulators, and
I actually have a complete N64 collection.
you have a complete N64 collection?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
really cool. As a person that used to collect, I am envious. That's really cool. N64
Yeah,
is one of my
it's
favorite systems. That was like my first one.
Yeah. I mean, that was a really obtainable collection because there's only 296 games.
Oh, okay. I guess it's not too difficult, but there are definitely some pricey ones.
Yeah, there are now.
Like Clay
But there's
Fighter
nothing
or
that's
whatever.
like, yeah. that was like 300 at the time that I got it. But you know what I mean? But that was the most expensive one.
But nowadays
It's like it's getting close. Well, I think it's probably at like it's less than 1,000 still, I think. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I think
See that, and that's the thing. That's the most expensive game on the entire system. That's why it was kind of an easier one to collect for, because like, even like GameCube games or like
oh yeah,
PS1 or PS2. First of all, there's like
PS2.
there's like so many hundreds more
games.
Yeah, and then some of them are super super expensive, like Rule of Rose, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
Basically any obscure horror game or any Atlas game.
I think one was like Haunting Grounds or whatever.
Yep. Exactly.
Hell, even original Xbox. I mean, just Battlefront 2 is expensive.
Really?
Yeah, Battlefront 2 is like a $50 game last time I checked.
Wow.
Because people still like playing the split screen version, which I don't blame them. And it still works on the Xbox One.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see. Because I used to go garage sale game hunting. That's going for like $50. I used to go garage sale game hunting, so I'd find like multiple copies of stuff. Like I bought a factory sealed copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 that I still have, and I also have a factory sealed copy of Morrowind for the original Xbox.
Wow.
we just go garage sale hunting for like, it was like 6 years I think we did it.
That's insane that they would just have it. Like, what did they do with it? Just buy it brand new and just keep it in their house for years? And
yeah,
then decide to sell it?
I would say that's shocking.
Super weird.
But I have like Shadows of the Damned on PS3 still factory sealed. I have quite a few factory sealed PS3 games still that I never opened. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. They just bought it and then threw it in the shelf, forgot about it. And then when we came up and asked, do you have any video games for sale? It just kind of sparked in their brain. Oh yeah, I've got these games I don't play anymore. And they bring out like, I have a complete in-box Super Nintendo system, like with everything, all the inserts, and like the box is like almost perfect. That was just sitting in somebody's garage because they weren't thinking of selling it. And yeah, it was a lot of fun back in the day before everybody thought everything was worth $1 billion. And then and then you couldn't find anything anymore. Yeah, it got ruined big time. Everybody started game hunting, and then the market bubble just kept going up and never popped.
I will say last year, like right before the pandemic, I did go into a Goodwill and get Mario Party 8 for $5.
Goodwill, you can sometimes find some good stuff.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, but it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Party 8 was the last good Mario Party game.
Yeah, probably.
The Switch one was a huge
Mario
disappointment.
Party 10 will probably be the last Wii U exclusive that doesn't get ported to Switch ever.
Yep. Because it was terrible.
Probably that's the reason to buy a Wii U. Play Mario Party 10.
To play a terrible Mario Party.
Exactly.
That was when you were still in the car, right?
What's that?
10, you're in the car. 9 and 10, you're in that stupid car. I don't know why that was a good idea.
And then 10, one person played as Bowser, I believe, like on the gamepad.
That's weird. Like, I guess they were trying new things, but I don't know.
Yeah. And then Super Mario Party on the Switch, which
was not good.
You can't play the board game online. You can only play...
Even the board, like, the boards suck, too. They're so boring.
Yeah.
And there's so few of them.
Yeah, that's true. They need more, for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like, looking at the Mario Golf trailer, like, stuff that they could have added to Mario Party, they were like, whatever, that game will sell anyways, let's put it in Mario Golf.
Probably.
That, like, it looks like it's going to have, like, some mini games and stuff like that.
I hope it does. I hope it has mini games. I think that's the main reason I liked Pokemon Stadium. Wasn't even for just the stadium combat, it was for the mini games.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what I love.
Pokemon Stadium, yeah, they were great. That's a good point.
I liked the Lickitung one where you're eating sushi.
Yeah.
That was great.
Pokemon Stadium was almost like a Pokemon like Mario Party.
Yes. They need more stuff like that. I'd be down for a Pokemon Mario Party. Why has that never been a thing? That would be perfect. Have like a game board with a bunch of... You could pick the Pokemon you want to play as. And
That
they could
would
have
be
like
sick. That's what they should announce next week.
they could have like dice, and then you could do special areas where you could like use your Pokemon ability, and depending on which Pokemon you picked, it does like a different thing to the other opponents. So like if you, let's say if you're like like an ice character, you could freeze them for like a turn or two, or slow them down, or I don't know. These would be cool things that they could do, but they're not going to.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. They're doing the Pokemon Unite. So that's they don't want to distract from that.
What's the Pokemon Unite again?
That's like the mobile game with Tencent. It's gonna be like a it's like I'm blanking on the genre. Is it like League of Legends maybe, but like with Pokemon?
Like a MOBA?
Yes. And so it was the one that got like 1 billion dislikes when they announced it, because they said we have a huge Pokemon announcement coming. Like, everyone tune into this Pokemon Direct, and like the entire Pokemon like community was just like super hype. And then it was literally just a presentation about that.
Oh.
And people were just livid.
Let's see. They might have taken it down off their official YouTube, because I don't even see. Oh, there it is. The Pokemon. Yeah, 6,900 dislikes.
Oh, it was way more than that.
They must have.
At
Sometimes
the
they just
time.
get rid of them.
Oh, no, they took it down and re-uploaded it. That's what they did.
Those fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I
looks,
remember when they did that, actually.
This looks awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awful. I don't.
Oh,
Trust...
I'm sure they'll spend like way more time on that than anything else next week, because again, it's about.
I'm sure
the money.
Tencent has probably invested heavily into the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
Unless they're not publicly traded, I don't know.
I don't know if they are either, actually.
Man, Tencent is
I think the Pokemon company is not.
Okay. Tencent just has its
Nintendo
tendrils just into everything.
What's that?
Tencent is just buying shares
huge.
of everything. It's terrifying.
Yeah, they're huge. Obviously, Nintendo is traded, and they own 49% of the Pokemon company, I think.
Oh, they do. Okay. I wonder if Tencent owns any Nintendo. They probably do.
Probably.
Ugh. Get out of our games, you bastards.
Imagine if Tencent got a majority share of Nintendo.
Oh my god. Nintendo would die. It would just be a bunch of monetization, and I would never buy anything from Nintendo ever again.
Yeah. I don't think that would ever happen, but that's a scary thought.
It could happen. Tencent's huge.
That's
They
true.
could just go, I own you now.
Mm.
They bought Warframe. They bought Path of Exile. They've been buying up companies left and right of popular games. So I think they bought a stake in Activision recently, or something like that. I don't know. It's I don't want China anywhere near my video games. Go away. Go away. But beyond that, there was nothing else in Nintendo Direct. The only main takeaway that I saw was Splatoon 3 that I was super excited about.
Yeah.
Mario Golf, I'm coming around a little bit too, but
Yeah, they just didn't show enough. Like, hopefully it'll be good.
I wanted a new Mario Kart so bad.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people did. But honest, I feel like there's still hope for that, but like a Mario Kart I think would be a holiday release. And they're not going to Nintendo doesn't like to announce stuff that far ahead of time unless it's Metroid Prime 4.
Or Splatoon.
But well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That was also a May release.
I feel like that's
April.
a good point, actually. That's a good point. It's just like, I guess I was getting used to them like announcing stuff and having it come out so quickly with like starting with like Paper Mario, and then Pikmin 3. They would just like announce the stuff and drop it, and then the 3D All Stars collection.
Sadly,
it just seems like they weren't going too far in advance, you know?
Yeah, and you know what? Because of these release dates that I'm looking at here, April and May, for Mario Kart 8, I don't know that we're gonna get a Mario Kart this year at all. Though Mario
Yeah,
Kart 7 was
unless they pull a Paper Mario and announce Mario Kart 9 like a month before it comes out.
God, I hope so. Because I like
That would
Mario
be pretty
Kart.
cool.
That would be awesome because I love Mario Kart.
But Pokemon Snap comes out in April, and I don't think they like to compete with themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
April 30th, so that like makes it hard for Mario Kart 9 to come out in April or May, unless they announce it in May to come out in late May, after Pokemon Snap sells, like gets a couple weeks of sales. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe. Probably not.
I feel like we might not even see a Mario Kart this generation. I want there to be one, but we're getting a new Splatoon announced before a new Mario Kart, and there was already a new Splatoon for this generation.
Does Mario Kart Live not exist?
No, it doesn't. Not to me, it doesn't. That's not a real game.
You got your Mario Kart. Stop complaining.
That's an RC car. I don't want that.
That's greedy.
I want a real Mario Kart game. That when I saw that released, when people were excited, I was so upset. I was like, no. Don't be happy about this. They're treating this as a Mario Kart game. We're not getting a Mario Kart game now because of this.
Yep. You're right.
It's such a niche game.
I feel like everyone that bought that like played with it probably for 5 minutes and then just like put it away.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they played it for a week.
Yeah.
Went, oh, this is fun to chase my dog around with, and then they put it away and never played it again.
That's fun to do with $100. Bye.
It's a cool piece of technology, but it's not a good game.
Yeah, and it's not something you're gonna ever like use. Like, who has the time to like go set it up, do all that stuff?
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. Who has the space?
Yeah,
I don't. Like I guess I do.
It's like the same thing with Labo.
Yeah, Labo's a little bit differently because you don't need like an entire racetrack, but it's still just a cardboard thing I don't want to put together.
Yeah. Well, then when it's put together, there's like all the little things it takes. You have to, even if you're gonna store it, it's like
it's bulk.
Now you've lost so much space of you're never gonna play with that cardboard stuff again.
No, they're fun little gimmicks.
It's not something you're gonna come back to.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's what PlayStation do for the state of play. The PS5 Labo.
Oh no! What would they make it out of instead of cardboard?
No, it would be cardboard faceplates. $70, just like the games.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? There'd be such a huge uproar.
I should stop from giving them ideas.
Yeah, this is not a good idea at all. Oh shit, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about before we wrap this up. And now that we talked about cardboard, I completely lost it. What was it?
Thunder Rock, Pokemon, State of Play, PS5 games.
I think it's gone. It was a good discussion topic too. That sucks.
Oh dang it!
I hate when that happens.
Oh no!
I hate when that happens. It's the worst.
You want to try to give it a minute?
It's just completely gone now.
Okay.
I should have written it down or something. Oh well. No big. I'll think of it later and I'll text you.
No,
this is what it was.
This second we end the call, you'll remember.
For sure. For sure. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about? Do you have any topics you want to cover before we wrap this up?
No, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I had like a really good. How long did we end up talking for?
I have no idea. I always lose track of time. 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, we were just going.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
I had a great time. I was geeking out.
Hell yeah. We'll have to do another episode pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Sweet.
Thank you for having me on the futon.
Yeah, thanks for being on. maybe
Appreciate
someday
it.
we'll be able to do an in-person back to the futon thing.
Definitely, I'd be down.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, man.
Well, cool. Thanks for joining Back to the Futon. Thank you all for watching / listening. Of course, please do subscribe. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on Back to the Futon, so that's pretty cool. And we'll see what goes on this channel in the future. And of course, have a Fanta Fantastic day. I had to do my terrible outro. I feel weird doing it with somebody else here.
No, I love it. It's great. It's great.